Ladies and gentlemen, today, I'm a little bit late. I was a bit overslept, but today we have 7th anniversary 7 Saga Showcase. We also have the whole EWC going on. I'm not really watching it, but it is the 7th anniversary of this game, and there's a lot of content. We promised it on their Twitter and stuff. Let's just start and watch everything that's involved. 7th anniversary celebration, right? The first thing, I've already scrolled through a little bit here, but the first thing to showcase, okay, it's gonna be actually here. Boom. They actually didn't show the new characters, which is interesting. But let me just show you like the one new character, if I can. They should be right here. Bam. Oh my god, Mercedes. Like, I don't know what this is, but I don't think my eyes can leave this region right here. You know, same with these two, like, familiar or whatever. Like, they only have one eye. Their eyes are like 15% of their body. Cannot get their eyes off of her. She's not gorgeous. And yep, I think this is like a character straight out of Nikke. You know, that is too hot. But yeah, that's one of the newer characters. If in any case, though, they didn't show it here, which is interesting. Let's just start by checking out what the events are all about. They are also showing like a lot of these characters here. But there we go. Here we have the whole special program. Let's check it out.
안녕하세요. 에픽7 7주년을 기념해
7th anniversary.
직접 인사드릴 수 있어 기쁘고 설렙니다. 계승자 여러분이 수많은 영웅들과 오르비스에서 모험을 떠난 지 어느덧 7년. 계승자 여러분이 에피소드를 플레이하며 모험을 펼쳐주신 결과
Alright, they're just tanking, obviously. And then they're going through the story.
만나볼 수 있었죠. 계승되는 의지로 꿋꿋이
Okay, they're going through the story. Which, here we go. A preview of Genesis Ross.
영광입니다. 기오네라스는 여신 디체의 대리인으로 계승자 여러분과 끝없는 여정.
I wonder if they're gonna introduce him. I think they will, right? Obviously.
어떤 영웅보다 특별하고 강력하며
He's more special, powerful, and important than any other hero.
에픽7을 개발해온 에픽7 팀 모두에게 무척 소중한 나스지만 7년간 함께해주신 계승자 여러분께는 그 의미가 더욱 클 것으로 생각합니다.
Yep, obviously. As I always say, Ross is not a character, he's an experience, you know? August 28th, we can get him, so in about a week. Or 2 weeks, rather.
기오네라스를 획득하는 데까지
It will take a long journey to obtain him.
그에 걸맞게 위력은 에픽
He has been accordingly designed to be among the most powerful
세계관 내에서 최고 수준으로
in Epic Cell universe. I wonder if it's the kid as well.
여러분이 기오네라스와 동행하기를 바랍니다.
They did mention it's a long journey to obtain it. I don't know if that means it's a long journey to get your Ross to be Genesis Ross in the story, or if it's a long journey as in like you gotta pull him with 400 pity, you know? Let's just see how it is.
다시 한번 계승자 여러분 하며 그 새로운 여정을 마지막 방송이 너무 많은 진행하던데요. 예전처럼 라이브 방송을 한다든지 직접 소통할 기회를 마련하지 못한 되었는데요. 비록 이번 라이브는 아니지만 앞으로 계속해서 이런 콘텐츠를 발전시켜 나갈.
We plan to keep building and improving this kind of content in the future. So they're doing the very like it's done with a lot of games as well. This sort of like developers sit here and talk to us with like a whole setup on stage. So I'm glad eSound's like taking, you know, modern changes, which is nice. Here we go. This is what we're waiting for. Updates and game direction. We'll give you preview of August update. I won't lie, for me, this game, I've not been enjoying it that much. The meta seems pretty like annoying. There's too many characters that's just way too broken, in my opinion. But we'll see what their game direction is. Okay? I won't say they've done like the worst of job, but I think it could certainly be better. Let's see.
2025년 하반기 게임 방향성을 소개할 예정이도록 하겠습니다.
Alright. Part 1, update and game direction. Part 2, online, offline events. Okay.
물론 1부와 2부에서 여러분이 직접 남겨주신 설문조사 내용도 주제에 맞게
Survey responses on each topic. I hope they talk about the issues that we've mentioned for sure.
특별히 준비한 선물까지 마지막에 전해드릴 테니 끝까지.
Oh. To celebrate the 7th anniversary, we prepared something special for you, so we gotta stay till the end. Got you.
개발하는 담당자의 목소리를 더 듣고 싶어 하실 것 같다.
Alright, so we have the content director.
사실 계승자 여러분께 인사를 드리게 오늘도 다녀오고 많이 하셔서 많은 분들은 그래도 7주년인데 뭐 하나 있지 않을까?
Yep, there we go. It's the 7th anniversary. There should be something way bigger. This should be the biggest ever.
오지 않을까? 이런 반응도 조금은 있었거든요.
And then talk about it.
어떻게 하면 얻을 수 있나요?
네, 7주년을 맞이해서 출시되는 정말
Okay.
특별한 영웅이
How do you obtain Genesis Ross?
획득하실 수 있길 바랬고요. 8월 28일 업데이트 후에 로비에 가시면 기원의 라스 전용 콘텐츠를
Oh? you can go to the lobby, find exclusive Genesis Ross content,
그 컨텐츠를 통해
and you can obtain him for free. Ladies and gentlemen, Genesis Ross, a free ML 5-star.
획득하실 수 있습니다.
와, 기원의 라스를 플레이만으로 획득. 정말 많은 계승자분들이 좋아하실 것 같습니다.
That's good.
클리어하면서 성향의 계승자로서의 힘을
You
복원시키는
can slowly restore his power, yes. And you can even get SSS imprint for free. So he's like a boss hero that you can get the SSS imprint for, that you don't really have to spend any money. And not to mention, he himself's free.
선물을 제대로 준비하신 것 같습니다. 근데 혹시 이게 그
Are the missions going to be too hard? I mean, even if it is, I'm gonna fucking do it. It's Ross, yo.
아닙니까?
기원의 라스가 60 에피소드에서 처음 등장했던 만큼
We see that animation as well.
기원의 라스 전용 컨텐츠가 해금이 되고
You need to clear the 6th episode to unlock exclusive Genesis Ross content, which is not that hard.
기원의 라스 위상에 걸맞게
The missions are designed to match his status as a top tier hero. So I don't know if this is just him being like top tier in the story, or if he's actually broken. We can see his kid later.
사실 조금은 꾸준히 플레이하시다 보면 획득하실 수 있도록 구성했습니다.
이게 사실은 뭐 힘든 여정이라고 해서 좀 걱정은 되는데 이게 또 기원의 라스가 많이 기다릴 것 같은데 그렇다면
Alright, so they're saying it's not going to be that easy to get him, which is, you know what, that's fair. Because this is, for them, one of the most important characters. It's like the first character, basically Jesus Christ, right, in the Epic 7 world. So it's going to not be that simple, but as long as you keep playing, they are mentioning you can get him. So it shouldn't be impossible.
기원의 라스는 광속성인가요?
Alright, they're talking about, like, his entire class now. Light Elemental Knight.
월간 기사 영웅 더 말씀 안 드려도 충분히 이해하실 거라 생각합니다.
The last time a Light Moonlight Knight, the last Light Knight got released, I almost quit the game because, you know, Arunka, right? I think a lot of people are also, like, very annoyed at that character as well. So let's hope Ross is not going to be the second coming that's even more broken, right?
지금 뭐 광속성 기사인 것 같습니다. 저희가 쇼케이스이긴 하지만 또 성...
Alright, so here comes the showcase.
The only thing that truly matters is whether you live or die.
This is an animation of Genesis Ross.
Are you me? I'm certain that you too had once been cherished by another.
There we
There's
go,
no
we be
need for
glitching.
fear, though I presume instinct isn't so easily governed. How ironic, to save the world, that one must forsake a life. To have been able to protect this world until now, it isn't strength in the
This is the 6th world episode, right?
something deeper, a metaphysical will to protect those I hold dear.
We see DN. Okay.
Trust me, I'll protect this world. There's no need for fear.
Alright, now we go into the showcase. So that was the animation of Light Wants to Come.
This is my mission.
Animation on his own.
Your fate.
Ooh, pretty fire. Yo, let's just dive right in now. The free Genesis Ross Light Knight. It's attack percent imprint release. Attack percent for a knight is, I think, pretty unique because usually you get HP, right?
As the very first iteration of the goddess created demon, due to his lack of understanding, hesitation at first, gradually withheld expressing his thoughts, actually be his unbending will, despite his numerous
Okay, here we go. This is a big one. Hero introduction. Warrior kit.
Genesis Ross.
Let's look at the stats. Pretty high HP, pretty high defense, not really high attack, but you're a knight, obviously. Not really high speed as well, and HP self-imprint. So it seems he's gonna be a standard knight. At least this is what it reads to me. Because you give yourself the self-imprint with HP, you give yourself a lot of HP, a lot of defense, you're hard to kill, you're on Aureus probably, or maybe something else, and then you just like mitigate damage, right? I think it looks like that so far.
Through his imprint, judgment.
Alright, here we go. Here's the skill. Oh boy, here we go, man. Genesis Ross. I've been waiting for 7 years for this day. Skill 3, Goddess's Judgment. Attacks all enemies with divinity and penetrates the target's defense. All enemies and penetrates every defense. Okay. Fucking hell. Damage dealt increases proportional to caster's max health. Damage dealt increases with fewer enemies. So this is like a Straze S3, except of penetrating one person's defense, you penetrate everyone's. Oh my god. At the start of first battle, grants Sacred Covenant for 5 turns. What is Sacred Covenant? Sacred Covenant is a buff where it cannot be affected by any debuffs or harmful effects. Upon dying, revives to 100%. Guys, I think he's broken already. And it's only for 4 turn cooldown. So you give him 30k health. If you cannot kill him in 4 turns, or even if you kill him in 4 turns, it's just gonna revive. So you might always expect to see him doing Goddess Judgment twice. right? Now, do you know Sacred Covenant can only happen for 5 turns, so you can stall it out first and then kill him, and then it won't revive. And I'm pretty sure stuff like Briar Witch, stuff like Extinction will still apply, right? Obviously. I think at least. It says cannot be affected by debuffs or some harmful effects. Some harmful effects. If you're telling me this is a revive that does not care about Extinction, I'm jumping on my roof, okay? That's stupid. But yep, this seems to be very broken. Penetration on defense, and you know who is going to be able to counter this better? Like, I guess ML Ilinov, right? You get rid of the pen, and then he should do a lot less damage. But we still have to see how much damage he does, because, you know, think about Larao. Larao also penetrates defense, right? Also attacks all enemies. I wonder how much damage this will be. It can crit though.
Damage dealt increases proportional.
Let's see. You had a showcase? Alright, there we go. So this is a showcase. First of all, let's take note of the HP. 29k HP on this Genesis Runs right here. And this showcase, he's using them with Fire Poultice, Blue Crown, and Laya. So it's like a standard setup. Okay. They're fighting a Renak. They're also fighting Yufine. They're also fighting Witch of the Mirror. And I think that's Ilinov, is it? Let's see.
Sacred Covenant cannot be
damage-wise, I see 16,000. Let me actually rewind real quick. That is Ilinov, by the way. We see Ilinov here. So Ilinov is actually mitigating the penetration already, right?
effects, and upon death, revives the bearer to 100% health.
And damage? 16k on Aureus, I assume Ilinov, right? 7,000 something on Witch of the Mirror. And then 7,900 on Renak. This is with the penetration mitigation, no? Why are they showing this in the penetration mitigated like team? I don't understand, but cool. You are still doing a lot of damage. That's what I got from that. That is still quite a bit of damage, right? But you need to do it twice to really kill. Or you need to not fight the Ilinov.
Skill 2.
How about skill 2? Chains of Binding. After inflicting seal and disintegration. That's something new. On the enemy for 2 turns, attacks the enemy. So you inflict it first, then you attack. If it's like a fire flan, you actually get the seal in first without touching her, and then you can hit her from there, right? A crit hit will grant an extra turn. Damage dealt increases proportional to caster's max health. So what happened just then was, I assume you S2'd the Ilinov to get rid of her passive, and then S3. That's what I assume happened. We'll see like the showcase later, right? First of all, let's take a look at the Soulburn effect. Ignore ER with a 10 Soulburn. Absolute cinema. And then disintegration, what is it? Decreases max health by 25%. Effect is double when applied to hero. So you can put this on boss, then that means. And when it's on hero, you get rid of half their health. Oh my god. So a 30k health FCC becomes 15k health. Is what I'm understanding. And then you nuke them for 16k damage. You seal them first and then nuke them for 16k damage. From the S3 damage we've seen earlier, right? That one-shots anything.
Chains of Binding.
Damage shot increases proportional caster max health, obviously. Okay, let's see the showcase. So yep, I was correct. The first showcase, I thought there was penetration, there wasn't. They Soulburn this, ignore ER, get the seal, get the disintegration. Now this Ilinov is so weak. And then they slam S3, kill the Ilinov. Holy moly. And you get an extra turn as well. That's insane. Skill 1, Holy Blight. Attacks the enemy with a sword blast. Increases CR of the caster by 25%. Damage shot increases proportional to caster's max health. This seems to be a lot simpler, but it just gives him more turn cycling, which is dangerous, right? If you eat 2 of his S3 and S2, in fact, you eat his S2 once and then the S3, you're cooked. And thinking of some synergies already, I'm thinking Aram. Around to reset him, you get to go double skill 2, double disintegration on 2 enemies. If you're in like a bruiser setting, Raz would chop you down so quickly. Alright, how do you use it though? Do you showcase it? There we go. Bam. Did 5,000 something damage with 28k HP. So he doesn't just one-shot you, but the disintegration. Paired with that, he starts one-shotting you. Artifact. Oh, you get a free artifact, I assume. I don't know if this is free. But let's see. Increases health by 10%. And you cannot upgrade it. At the start of the turn, gain 10 souls. This is a free Soulburn. Can only be activated twice per battle. So this is a free book, a free 20 soul burn. And you can activate it the moment you start the turn, and then you get another turn, you get another soul burn. So pairing this person with a Ram seems to be really good then. Because you let him go first, S2, S3, everyone's almost dead. You push him with a Ram again, you get another 10 soul burn again, ignore ER, right? Get the seal, get the disintegration, slam S3 again, boom, GG's, is done.
Anniversary's special artifact, a precious connection, increases health by 10%.
I wonder if we can give it free.
This artifact does
It says skill effect does not increase when enhanced, so I assume it's
not
free.
increase when enhanced. The artifact, a precious connection, can be obtained through the 7th anniversary
Check an event, you have to get this. You must.
check-in event.
This is my mission.
The embodiment of the goddess who protects the world, Genesis Ra episode. Thank you.
You can obtain it once you clear the 6th world episode on August 28th, I think, right?
Clearing the Genesis Ra can be obtained once you've cleared the mission Divinity Recovered, after clearing the 6th world episode. Thank you.
Okay, they didn't mention the date. I think they mentioned it earlier though.
생명력을 감소시키는 붕괴,
Significantly reduces max health, yeah.
부활하는 것까지. 일단 들었을 때는
I wonder they did mention revive that ignores debuffs. I'm not sure, like, dude. If it ignores extinction, then it's just dumb. Like, imagine it ignores like Briar Witch passive. That would be dumb. So it's an unstoppable revive. I'm not sure if it is. They didn't mention it, right? At first glance, doesn't Genesis Ra sound incredibly powerful? Let's see what the director says.
지원의 라스를 8월 28일부터 게임 플레이만으로
August 28th. Okay, there we go.
많은 관심 부탁드리겠습니다. 지금 보신 프리뷰 영상은 쇼케이스가 종료되는 대로 유튜브에서 다시 보실 수가 있고요. 자, 그런데 사실 라스 하면 떠오르는 또 한 명의 주인공이 있습니다. 제 마음속에는 또 주인공이
They're talking about Mercedes. Also, they're not even talking about if the person's too broken, right? In my opinion, is he broken? I feel like I don't want to say yet. I don't want to say yet because there is certainly still weakness, right? Because the S2, if you have immunity, you don't get seal, you don't get disintegration. It doesn't strip you. So I won't say it's uncounterable yet, for sure. But it's certainly very dangerous. Yeah. Like if you don't have immunity, if you don't have enough protection, I can really easily imagine a Ram plus Ras wipes your whole team. Because Ras goes first, S2, S3, a Ram gives you another turn, S2, S3, boom, done. You're not surviving that.
거든요. 바로 메르세데스인데 메르세데스와 관련된 소식이
Hey, here we go. Mercedes, some news on her.
얼마 전 신규 월간극장 마지막 만년
She did appear in the story. I haven't read it yet.
기원이라스와는
Oh my god. Oh, she looks so just
오늘 이 자리에서 꼭 먼저 보여
enticing, you know?
좋습니다. 그럼 메르세데스의 모습까지. 자, 그럼 바로
Check out Mercedes' new look at the video. Ooh. Animation on Mercedes. Let's check it out. No voice yet. I would think there's voice acting.
May the grace of abundance
There we go.
be always with you. Speak, and let thy desire be known, for I am merciful.
Oh, you cannot show me that zoom in.
May rapture flourish the world. I shall bestow a benediction almighty. Thou who seekest my mercy,
Why suddenly Briar Witch?
lay bare thy desires. Everything is written in your fate. There is no point in struggling for your beloved nation.
Why Briar Witch? Briar Witch with Mercedes? That seems pretty random. I haven't read the Moonlight Theater, so I don't know. But Briar Witch with this new Mercedes? Okay.
Thou who seekest my mercy for your beloved nation, born of thy wretched sacrifice.
Hey, yo, what is happening?
May rapture flourish the world with but a meager life as time. I shall bestow a benediction almighty.
Oh, they show us the animation too, so obviously she's gonna be playable.
Unworthy soul, let your death burden this land.
Okay, not too shabby. That was pretty fire. Goddess of fertility. I pretty much feel fertile the moment I see your face.
You'll not lay a hand on it.
She has something, a lot to do with Briar Witch, I guess.
Grace of abundance be with you always.
Oh my god. Too much. Too much, I would say. Too much.
아트 디렉터를 맡고 있는 류한경입니다. 에픽 세븐의 비주얼 방향성과 퀄리티를
Alright, this guy's the designer of this character. I bet he had a hard time designing Mercedes with one hand, you know?
네, 7주년이라는 의미 있는 시점에서 유저분들에게 익숙하고 사랑받았던 캐릭터들을 새로운 모습으로 보여드려야 한다는 점이 부담되기도 했지만 동시에
Yep, honestly, these artists are like,
변경하는 것이 아니라
I don't know how they do it.
어떤 시간을 거쳐왔고
We troll E7 a lot, but yo, the amount of effort and thought
도전적이면서도 즐거웠습니다.
is pretty hard, man. It's not just a new character. It's like a character with Moonlight version. So there's a lot of thought involved.
천칭의 주인은 메르세데스의 또 다른 형태, 다른 시공간에서의 모습,
Different space times Mercedes.
대사제의 모습을 하고 있지만 실제로는 인간계에 내려와 있는 신에 가까운
Closer to a
존재입니다.
goddess that descended to the human realm.
기존 메르세데스의 실루엣을 일부 유지하면서도 권위적이면서 우아하고
Holy, like, this angle is a killer.
천칭 등의 요소를 추가해 신성한
And let me just say, I see the tip of the mountains. You know, if you pay attention, you'll see the tip of the mountain. I'm not gonna say which mountain. You can let your imagination run amok. What did you focus on the most while working on her? Continuity and distinction? Man, I would not have been able to be that composed and say words like this. I would just say, yeah, I just gooned. I was just gooning.
차별성과 차별성입니다. 기존 메르세데스
And jokes aside, oh yeah, obviously.
완전히 새로운 인물이라는 느낌을 주고 싶었습니다.
Oh my god, look at how.
메르세데스가
Alright, enough Horty. Done, done. Moving on from Horty. Speaking of design, so, you know, it's cool. It's divine.
감정의 혼란을
It's otherworldly. It's exactly what he wanted her to be.
존재로 그려지길 바랐습니다. 그래서 메르세데스에 비해 좀 더 성숙하고 우아하며 신비로운 느낌.
Mature and graceful, yeah, I can tell.
쉽게 알 수 없는 존재로 보여지도록 표현도 정말 여러 버전이 있었고요. 실제로 참고한 래퍼.
Oh, we got some drafts here. Okay. And they're going with the black blindfold first. I actually love the pure white look.
초기에는 좀 더 압도적이고 장식이 많은 신적인
Ooh, okay. These are sick, you know.
는 절제된 아름다움 속에서 강렬한 인상을 줄 수 있는 방향으로 정리되었습니다. 내부에서도 다양한 의견이 오갔고 디자인.
These are how they changed the entire blindfold, right? I actually like whichever we had. The black is okay though still.
뿐 아니라 연출, 스킬 이펙트, 컷신.
Here's the animation. Ooh, I'm so interested in how.
공들여 만든 캐릭터입니다.
I know I said enough horny, but yo, the jiggle? You kidding me? God damn.
고민과 주셔서 정말 감사합니다. 노력을 기울이고 있습니다. 많이 기대해 주시고 직접 플레이 해보신 뒤.
Greatly appreciate feedback. I mean, you guys crush it with animations every time. The feedback's on the gameplay. Because I really don't like the broken character releasing, you know? It's way too broken. Every single one of them. I'm not gonna say Genesis Ross first, but I'm saying the issues are like Arunka, Annoy, Harseti. I genuinely think if Harseti is removed from the game, no one would complain. What else? Rinnako's also like way too strong. But it's also like, as I mentioned, the balance in this game is too hard to fix. It's too long of a game to fix easily. Like even if you start nerfing, it's not gonna solve itself. So we'll see. It is what it is. The game is not bad in the end. It's not a horrible game. It's a very wonderful game. The designs are awesome. Animations never once in 7 years if I played it, I thought animations were shit. Maybe except for that one ML Charles season. That I thought ML Charles was pretty like mid, his animation and everything. But everything else crushes it, right? So design-wise, E7's top of the mountain, top of the world.
정말 저희가 신경을 많이 썼습니다.
테네브리아, 라스, 메르세데스 이렇게 초기 영웅들이 새로운 모습들이 좀 계속 연이어 나오니까 기대도 더 많이 되는 것 같아요. 천칭의 주인 프리뷰는 8월 20일부터
Preview of Lady of the Scales will be up in 4 days.
되면 많은 개성자분들이 채팅창이 제가 좀 예상이 됩니다. 쇼케이스라고 했는데 7주년 감사제라고 했는데 신캐만 보여준다. 물론 뭐 신캐가 이쁘긴 한데
Yep.
보여주면 좀 뭘 하실 수
So they're saying they showed the new characters, they want to show the events now.
하고 있는지 먼저 말씀드리고 싶어요. 계승자님들과 같은 눈높이에서 개인적으로 시작으로서 달라진 모습을 보이는데 전략을.
We're determined to show a renewed E7. Let's hope that's not cap.
이번 7주년 업데이트는 그 시작으로
게임 드리면
아무래도 장비 관련 개선인 것 같습니다.
Improvements related equipment, let's see.
현재 에픽 7에는 다양한 콘텐츠와
Tons of content, huge roster of heroes, yes.
플레이하고 계시는데요. 문제는 시련의 전당이나 성좌의 시험 등 특정 콘텐츠를
All of Trials, Trial of Constellation, where we had the re-gear. Yep, that's obviously annoying.
다른 영웅의 장비를 가져왔다가 다시 되돌려놓기 위해서 스크린샷까지 찍어놓고 파츠를 하나씩.
So do we have loadouts now, finally? Ethereal Restart had loadout, pretty much like a month in the game. Fire thing to honestly have. They have loadout for PvP as well. I wonder if E7's going to take that if they take it, this game legit just go up by 1-star rating. Like right now, it may be like a 4.5 for y'all. It legit goes up by like 1 star, 5.5 the moment we have loadouts.
찾아 평소에 사용하던 세팅으로 돌려놓고 하시는 그런 불편한 점들이 되게 많았습니다.
개선분들이 이래서 제발 장비 프리셋 좀 만들어라. 굉장히 오랫동안 권유하셨던 걸로 저는 기억을 합니다. 예전부터도 그랬고 거의 몇 년 동안 얘기하셨.
I think we legit wanted this and then gave up. Like we legit gave up where we just assumed, yeah, Easton's not doing it. They're just not gonna do it, and then we just stopped asking. And now they finally got it back.
이번에 설문조사에서
Equipment presets, yes! Okay, first of all, what do you mean multiple selections allowed up to 2? We can only choose 2? We want all of it, yo! What the hell? We want all of it! Effectiveness and effect resistance adjustment. I actually don't know what this is about. But yes, logically even, it is skewed towards effectiveness because you need double the F-res to be able to, not double, but you need higher F-res to be able to very consistently resist effectiveness. That was like year 1 Epic 7, I already mentioned this. But yet, when you roll the stats, you roll effectiveness and F-res, you can roll the same amount as the maximum rolls. So if 2 characters are same like built in terms of quality, the effectiveness one will always slam the F-res one. They'll always debuff the F-res one because it's the same amount of rolls, right? But that changes with character passives that now just give you stats, like with ML Aria, that gives you F-res. Now, there's a lot less characters that just gives you effectiveness though, with passive like ML Aria does, I would say. So I wonder what this will be. If this is done badly, ER would just dominate. If this is done badly, effectiveness might also dominate. So let's see what happens, right? Quick battle for adventure on side story. This should just be added. Why are you even asking us? This should just be added. Improve penguin summoning in the Forest of Souls. That's whatever. Enhanced skill tooltip readability. It's whatever. Bulk equipment enhancement. It's whatever. Free equipment. Free equipment unequipping. This is in a survey. Oh, interesting. So this was from the survey. I thought they were just asking this now. It's already done, the survey, right? Equipment presets, 24% people said yes to that. Okay. What else? So we're planning to update the game with a revert equipment change feature? Okay. Revert equipment change. Not loadout. What the hell is this?
되돌리기라는 기능을 업데이트를 하려고 하는데요. 저희가 장비 교체의 불편함을 해결하기 위해서 공용 프리셋, 영웅 개별 프리셋.
Shared presets, individual hero presets, content specific equipment setup. Yes, those are. Just do that. Just do that. You don't gotta be too special. Just do that. Do content specific equipment setup.
장비 세팅을 분리하는 기능 등 정말 다양한 해결 방안을 내부적으로 고민을 했는데 에픽 7에서는 같은 영웅을 하나의 콘텐츠에서 사용하더라도 디버퍼로 쓸지 딜러로 쓸지에 따라 장비 세팅을 전면 수정해야 하는 그런 상황도 생기고요. 소위 수치를 극한으로 깎아서 플레이하시는 이제 코어 유저분들은 세팅한 선턴잡이에 따라 매번 다른 장비 파츠를 바꿔 끼면서 모든 영웅의 세팅 값을 미세하게 조정하기도 합니다. 그래서 단순히
We decided that implementing the equipment preset system
지정해두고 영웅끼리 돌려 쓰는 그런 장비 프리셋 방식
that simply saves one. I swear to God.
그래서 단순히 한두 슬롯 지정해두고 영웅끼리 돌려 쓰는 그런 장비 프리셋
That simply saves 1 or 2 slots
방식은 적용하기 어렵다고
and enables swapping them between heroes wouldn't be enough. Okay.
가장 직관적이고 즉시 도움이 될 수 있게
They're introducing a system that's most intuitive and immediately helpful.
장비 세팅을
A revert equipment change. Huh? How does this work? Isn't just content specific loadout the best? So in how Ethereum Restart has it, which is similar to E7, you go to Wyvern 13, you can click use preset, and then every character used in Wyvern will be swapped to those gear, right? Or if you go to Hall of Trials, you click use preset that you set already for Hall of Trials. All the characters that you have set for Hall of Trials will now have those equipment. But if you leave and you go to Arena, in Arena there's a PvP loadout where, you know, since it's PvE, you click use preset, it's only in that mode where you use the preset. If it's PvP, you use PvP preset, everything's back to PvP. And you can set up your PvP setup too. So if you want to change your PvP opener, whatever, like they mentioned, you can do it in the PvP loadout. And it doesn't affect anything else. Your Hall of Trials, your Constellation, whatever, your Rift, everything stays the same. So that just sounded like the best thing ever. Like, why do they think it's not enough? Now, it's okay. Let's just understand what this is. Revert equipment change feature. That will keep a record of equipment setup changes and instantly restore a selected previous state. And you can do it up to 5 times. Are you kidding me?
도입하려고 합니다.
이게 사실은 일종의 프리셋 기능이 들어오는 거잖아요. 그래서 너무 기쁜 일인데 이게 말만 들어서는 사실 일반적인 프리셋 유저들이 아닌 일반
Yeah, you know what? This guy knows it. I'm not convinced at all. I'm not convinced. That seems very like mid. You can only do it 5 times. It says 0/5 there. I'm not exactly sure. Or maybe you can only save up to 5 people. That's horrible. But let's just give them more time to explain. Is it really more effective than standard preset? Just do the standard preset. It's so much simpler. But let's just say what they're explaining.
이런 약간 좀 감이 안 오네요. 이 예시를 통해서 한번 설명해 주세요.
We might need an example. Yes, absolutely.
실현을 담당을 하기 위해서
So let's say we're going to Hollow Trial, setting it up. You need to borrow equipment from over 10 heroes.
하고 있는 장비
With the new system, you can choose a save point in time,
하나씩 가져와도
instantly restore all equipment setups.
이제는 되돌리고 싶은 시점을 선택한
What does 5 mean? What does 5 mean? I can only do it for 5 characters? And why does Rowana save the gear and the artifact as 2 different things? Shouldn't it be the same thing, the whole thing being the equipment and the artifact?
시면 그 시점으로 전부 장비 세팅이 되돌아가.
So you chose 5. These disappear. And that's... Oh, it goes back. Okay, so the 5 is not a hard limit. The 5 is at a time you can only swap 5. Why do we have to be 5?
그 시점을 여러 개로 할 수 있어요.
네. 원하는
There's multiple save points. You can swap your equipment around however you like.
시점을 선택하시면 그 시점으로 장비
When you select a save point, your equipment setup will be revert exactly to the setup, but you have to click on it manually.
세팅이 완전히 돌아가게 되게 어떻게 보면 단순한 기능이지만 확실히 도움이 되실 거라고 생각합니다.
오, 그렇군요. 근데 사실은 이렇게 되면 머릿속에 의문점이 하나 더 생깁니다. 이런 기능을 자유자재
Man, just do the normal loadout, no? Am I crazy? Just do the normal loadout, no? Why does it have to be so like unique? Just do the loadout. No, I feel like loadout solves everything. Like essentially what loadout is, you can choose whichever mode, go to the loadout for that mode, put whatever equipment you want for any characters. And then when you go into that mode, click use preset, your entire account's gear is now in this mode, like designed to be in this mode, your setup, done. But what's unique about presets is, or the loadout is, this is the loadout for say, Hollow Trials. And then you leave, you go to the lobby, you go to your PvP or RTA, there's a loadout for PvP. There's a loadout for Guild War. So people that actually tries hard in Guild War no longer have to swap gear. I actually think they don't really even have to anymore. I could be wrong about that. But essentially, just give us like normal loadout for every mode. So we don't have to care for this like, what, save a point and then revert it? How is this better? Now, if they say they want to implement this because they don't want to make it that easy, sure. But they say they implemented this because they believe it's good. It's better than what we have now, but why not just make a normal loadout? I don't get it. I don't. Maybe it's a coding thing. But I doubt it though. Just make a normal loadout. Ethereum sure has it. I don't know if you guys play if they're ever watching this video, but it's essentially just like the best thing. The best loadout system I've seen in any similar gacha games. But alright, let's just keep going for now. We'll like conclude everything later. One big thing that gets in the way of the cost of unequipping equipment. Yeah, with the whole revert system, it actually still costs a lot of money. So free equip unequipping is what Ethereum has. Again, I'm comparing to Ethereum a lot because Ethereum might be a smaller game, but the amount of quality of life they've added, the amount of things they've listened to the players, 100% it's more than E7. Like the game, hate the game, that's the truth. They are a lot more engaging and they take action a lot quicker. Because we've been talking about all of these issues for a long time. They only now want to fix it, right? And now when they fix it, it's also kind of weird with the preset, but let's just not shit on them yet. Let's keep going first, and then we'll conclude.
이 장비 해결 비용이 설문조사에서도 아까 말씀드렸던 그 질문 문항에서
28% when free unequip, yes.
정말 가장 많은 답변을 주신 게 장비
Permanently, exactly. It's just pointless these days.
그래서 8월 28일부터 장비 해제 비용을 전면 무료화.
It took you 7 years. It took you 7 fucking years. I got tears in my eyes. Oh my god.
야, 드디어 7년 만에
Finally, after 7 years, dude, I feel like this person on the left, he knows, he actually plays the game. He actually plays the game. He's like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm working in this company playing this game. And you guys finally want to fix this shit? Yo. That's our spirit animal right there. This person right here. I relate to this guy. Promote this guy, bro. Make him CEO. Okay. Permanent free unequip's finally here, guys. Oh my god.
드디어 장비 해제 비용이 무료됩니다, 여러분들. 와, 제가 예전에
Back when, oh, he streams. No wonder.
빠짐없이 들었던 채팅창에 맨날 나왔던 내용입니다. 어떻게 이게 무료가 되죠? 네.
장비 해제 비용으로 소모되는 골드가 적지는 않지만 7주년을 맞아 정말 큰 변화가 필요하다고 생각을 했고요.
You only they said given it's the 7th anniversary, it's time for a major change. Brother, just change it from the start, man. Why do we need that, yo?
장비 교체로 인한
That makes
비용은
no
더
sense.
생각을 했습니다. 다만 장비 해제 비용만 제거했을 경우에는 아무래도 장비 변경을 잦은 빈도로 하실
Players will probably start changing equipment a lot more often, and why is that bad?
테니까 추가적인 불편함이 예상이
Which would create other inconveniences. You solve that by giving us loadout. Crazy, right?
되거든요. 장비 해제 비용 무료와
So after we make it free, we'll monitor changes in play patterns and trends. I feel like they're overthinking this. They're overthinking this.
지켜보면서 추가로
Look for other areas we can improve. Sure.
하도록 하겠습니다.
사실 조금만 더 빨랐더라면
Yeah, promote this guy. Honestly, it would have been nice if this happened a little earlier. A little? Nah, it should have happened month 3, yo. Should have happened month 3. In fact, loadout should have happened month 6. Because that's like such a standard thing to have, given how this game is. Alright. Month 3 after RTA is added in the game. Month 6 after RTA is added in the game. Because this is so... Like, I remember the pure struggle that we had before. Like, switching gears is something we can only do with the privilege of an event. And then you call this game like a dynamic, high variety game with a lot of different builds. We can't even switch builds freely, yo. So it doesn't make sense already from the get-go.
더 좋았겠지만 하지만 이제라도
Fantastic news, yes. Who knows? But 7 years in, come on. Like, we could have done it way earlier, right? But hey, at least they're making the changes. Cool. But I'll also add the loadout. I'm still not convinced of the loadout. I'm hoping they mentioned something about it, but
핵심이잖아요.
I don't think there's any.
편의성 부분에서 너무 불편한 점이 많을 거예요. 근데 오랜만에 복귀하는 분들은 이게 어떤 영웅을 어떤 장비로 어디서부터 손을 대야 되지? 이런 진짜 감도 안 잡히는 상황이거든요. 근데 친구들 좀 꼬시려고 해도 이 쉽지가 않아요. 이게.
네, 맞습니다. 에픽7의 영웅과 장비가 들어가
Alright.
장비 관리에 대한 피로도는 점점
Managing equipment can only increase, obviously.
계승자분들이 고민하지 않아도 관리가 되는 환경을 목표로 업데이트를 준비하고 있습니다. 보통 계승자 여러분들이 오랫동안 플레이하다 보면 언젠가는 쓰겠지 싶어서 인벤토리에 쟁여놓은
Maybe I'll use this someday. That's 500 gear in my bag.
그런 장비들이 많잖아요. 물론 저도 그렇고요. 하지만 실제로는 사용하는 경우가 거의 없어요.
맞습니다.
이러한 사용 로직을 좀
We're working on a feature based on that usage pattern. How is this feature going to work?
장비를 추천하고 분류해주는 기능.
Automatically recommended sort equipments.
사용할지 몰라 묵혀놨.
It'll help player clean up those just in case pieces of equipment.
인벤토리 관리를 더욱 수월하게 사용하실 수 있도록 할 예정입니다.
이게 뭐 혹시 이렇게 자동으로 이렇게 이동이 되나요?
Automatically move equipment around.
그런 건 아니고 인벤토리에서 이제 유저의 상태나
It'll analyze the player's current state.
버려도 되는 장비.
Mark equipment that player can safely discard. Okay. This is good and bad. If it's good and it actually, like, look at this. Look at this. Oh, never mind. These are actually thumbs up. Okay, thumbs up are good. But then what does trash mean? Does the trash icon mean they're bad? Because these speed 88 swords are not bad. I swear to God, they're not bad. So it will be a good thing if the AI makes sense. Because right now I'm seeing the thumbs up on the red gear, but I'm seeing a trash icon on the blue gear and a trash icon on the red rare gear. How in the fuck are you gonna tell me the red speed sword you get from Epic Dash, I'm pretty sure, is bad? That's ridiculous. But depending on how it works, maybe this is... I can't tell. Like, the substats are like jumbled up. I don't know what these are. Maybe like if you go for a you know, DPS character and then they show you what's recommended for that character and these swords are not exactly, or you know, if it's a healer, vice versa, whatever the case is, I'll have to see first. But yeah, we'll see first.
표시를 할 예정입니다.
Highlight those are worth enhancing. Simply look at the markings and then decide.
이렇게 판단하시면 될 것 같아요.
그러니까 이게 뭐 장비 봤을 때
Again, they said, oh, the bad ones, they can just look at it and think, you know, I'll get rid of all these. No. At least from what I see in the preview right now, the trash icons on the red gear, you don't want to get rid of them. So be careful with this. This could be good, but also be careful with this.
유저분들이 인벤토리에 그 표시를
적으로 빠르게 할 수 있도록 스트레스를 덜 받고
네.
그런 일이군요. 사실 이게 영웅이 350명이 넘다 보니까 이 장비는 뭐
350 heroes managing equipment is overwhelming. Auto management system, things would be easier.
중에서 높은 점수 장비
Don't rely on it, is what I'll say. Use it to help. Don't rely on it exactly. Or at least see it first and then think about if you want to rely.
얻어도 막상 어떤 영웅에게 끼워줘야 할지 파악하기 좀 어려워요.
하는 부분은 사실 신규 계승자분들뿐만이 아니라 일정 수준 이상의 플레이 하신 분들도 어떻게 늘 어려운 일이 공부하지 않는 이상 자동으로 추천해주는 기능도
Okay.
그래서 장비 강화를 하고 난
The development feature that after player enhance a piece of equipment, they will
어떤 용이 착용하면 좋을지
tell you, recommend you what heroes are suited for this one. It's kind of good, I guess, but it's more like, you know, for veteran players that you know what you're doing, it doesn't matter that much. For top tier players, this really doesn't matter that much. But for returning players, newer players, these are good. Yeah.
두 기능 모두 최대한 이른 시일 내에 선보일 수 있도록 하겠습니다.
As soon as possible, they'll add this.
오늘 자리가 다르니까 내가 언제쯤 개발될 것인지 어느 정도는 이야기를 해주시면 좋을 것 같습니다.
두 기능 모두
By the end of this year, we're gonna have it. All right. First of all, it's August right now. End of this year, I assume it's gonna come October plus. I feel like you should just add this earlier. I don't know how hard it is, but you know, I feel like we've taken long enough. Just add it, man. I don't think anyone's like trying to wait no more. Just add the ball, bro. But you know what? Let's not nitpick. Let's think about this subjectively. Is it good and bad? It's good for newer players, returning players to just have a good idea of what to throw, what not to throw, what stuff to like give to which character, because there's a lot of characters now. New players, you come in, you feel overwhelmed. There's 300 plus characters, understandable. So now it's easier. Returning players, you come back to 100 new heroes. You're like, okay, this hero needs HP. Now that I know this equipment is suited, okay, that's good. That's good. The equipment needing no more money, no more unequipped costs. Fire. Needed this 7 years ago. The equipment loadout, the revert system, I feel that's kind of weird and overdone, over unique. Just make it a preset loadout system. It's that simple. I would have preferred that, but this is better than nothing. Let's just move on. That's my take.
그렇다면 장비 외에 영웅 관리에 대해서도 또 뭔가
Hero management beside equipment.
네, 콘텐츠가 늘어가면서 장비 세팅뿐만 아니라 영웅 편성에서도 많이 불편하시고
Assigning heroes to teams.
콘텐츠들은 사실 처음부터 팀
Dedicated team slot available from the start. Dedicated team slots.
개발을 하고 있거든요. 근데 기존 토벌처럼 기존에 있던 콘텐츠들은 하늘석을 사용해서 슬롯을 늘리지 않는 한 혼용해서 사용해야 돼서 좀 아쉬웠던 부분이 있었습니다. 그래서 지금의 공용 팀 편성 기능을 삭제하고 콘텐츠별 전용 팀 편성 슬롯을
This is like whatever. This is quality of life. It's good, but it's whatever.
슬롯 다 늘어났는데 무슨 소리 하는 거냐. 그래서 투자했는데 이런 분들은 어떡합니까?
그래서 이제 저희도 계정을 생성한 지 1년 미만인 계승자분들은 하늘석을 소급 적용해서 돌려
We can refund the Skystone you spent for opening team slots. It does not matter too much. Which is good still. It doesn't matter too much though.
맞춰준 덱이 기억이 안 나실 수도 있기 때문에
Yep. If you delete it, we might not remember our setups.
정령의 재단을 막상 내가 필요하게 가면
It's always called Spirit Altar. It's always day based.
그래서 이게 물론 뭐
저도 영웅 정말 오랫동안 요청하셔서 발생하는 문제들을 계속해서
많기 때문에 굉장히 좋아하실 것 같습니다. 논의를 해보겠습니다.
So they didn't even mention if they're gonna fix it. They just say in the future they might. Got you. What direction is ESA aiming into the future? Okay.
과거를 토대로 계승자 여러분들이 좀 어려웠던 답답했던 부분들을 토대로 미래를 좀 그려나가면 좋을 것 같아요. 네.
에픽7은 첫 출시부터 시간을 굉장히 많이 투자해야 하는 그런 게임으로 설계가 됐고요.
Require a lot of time investment, obviously.
그동안의 피로도와 플레이 타임을 줄이기 위해서 여러 가지 개선을 진행하긴 했습니다만 장비 파밍에 대한 근본적인 구조는 그대로 유지가 되고 있습니다. 점점 더 짧은 콘텐츠가 대세가 되어가는 환경 그리고 게임 말고도 정말 다양한 즐길거리들이 있는 이런 상황에서 이렇게 긴 플레이 타임은 심리적인 부담으로 다가오고 계승자분들이 점점 게임을 놓게하는.
Yep. This is basically a lot of us, including me, and I do this for a living. I also, you know, reason why you don't see a lot of videos lately. First of all, I need an editor. If you want to edit, let me know if you're watching this somehow. And then second of all, yeah, it's just a big grind, right? A game's big grind. I've grinded fully every day for 5 years straight. Eventually it gets tiresome. It's not that I quit, I just play a lot less now, right?
방해 요소라고 생각을 합니다.
실제로 계승자분들이 굉장히 다양한 의견을 주시는 것을 확인할 수가 있는데 에픽7은 할 게 너무 많다. 피로도를 줄여달라. 이 건의가 몇 퍼센트 아십니까? 전체 비중에서 22%.
22% of the response from the survey says it's too much to do in E7's fatigue. I feel like it's a combination, right? If you're new, you don't feel it, but yo, if you do this for 5 years straight, obviously it gets tiresome.
PVE 컨텐츠를 좀 더 많이 만들어줘. 이런 의견. 20%.
PvE content needing to add. I feel like they've added a couple more PvE content lately. Not a couple, like one. The freaking constellation, whatever.
이게 PVP보다도 PVE를 좋아하시는 분들도 많은데 이게 또 웃긴 게 이렇게 되면 또 역설적으로 숙제가
If we add more PvE content, it just means we end up with even more daily grind. Valid concern, I guess. Yeah, valid concern.
그래서 이게 피로도가 증가하다 보니까 이게 유저분들마다 좀 원하는 바가 조금씩 다른 측면이 있는데 그 와중에 에픽7은 장비 파밍을 또 해야 돼요. 계속해서 시간 투자를 해야 되는데 여러 가지로 좀 복합적인
Yep.
거거든요.
Fair enough.
장비 파밍 시스템과 할 것이 많은 것도 사실은 에픽7의 재미 요소 중에 하나라고 생각을 하지만 지금보다는 훨씬 피로도를 줄여야 한다고 생각하고요.
Reducing fatigue of equipment farming. They're mentioning. Right now, there's too much to do in E7 every time we log in.
계속해서 해야 할 일이 너무 많습니다. 매일 일의 소환, 그리고 상점에서 행동력 받기, 기사단 활동.
Yep, there's quite a bit.
기사단 전쟁.
If you're like, if you treat this as a main game, it's still okay, but do it for 5 years, it gets tiring.
가벼운 마음으로
100%.
5분 접속해서 플레이하고 끝이더라도 지금보다는 더 만족감을 느낄 수 있는 게임이 되어야 한다고 생각하고요. 따라서 에픽7은 앞으로
They're aiming for the game to be able to for you to just log in 5 minutes and then get out, feel satisfied. Interesting. Reduce repetitive chores.
즐거움을 주기적으로 제공할 수 있는 그런 게임.
Regularly delivering new kinds of enjoyment. It's gonna be hard to do.
시스템도 추가되긴 했는데
Yeah, use is still limited. Yes.
좀비를 하루 종일 캐도 존장들 캐낼 보장 있잖아요. 이게 만족감도 떨어지고 이게 좀
Yep. This is basically a lot of us too, right? You come in, you do quick battles, you do like 100 runs, you get nothing anyway. You just spend 2 hours there. It's like who cares? And then you just leave the game. You know?
극도로 피로감을 느끼는 유저들이 많아진다. 이런 설문조사 내용이 꽤 많았거든요.
네, 그래서 저희가 여러 가지를 준비를 하고 있는데요. 네, 첫 번째로는 신규 장비 세트입니다.
They're preparing new equipment sets. How is that gonna make it better though?
신규 장비 세트 이게 관련 설문조사가 있습니다. 성장 체감을 높이기 위해서 개선 또는 확장이 필요하다고 생각하는
Okay. A lot of it, huh? Sorry, where? Oh, dude, the freaking fatigue just hit me. The fatigue with playing the game just hit me. Anyways, jokes aside, new equipment sets. Why are people saying this is the best thing? Doesn't this just mean more farming to do? Right, all right, let's just keep on watching the rest. Higher grade equipment. You guys want that? You guys want a higher grade equipment, so level 100 equipment to farm even more? New effects or stats. 13%. I'm surprised y'all want that. Guardian Growth. Guardian Growth, you can't even use in PvP, but PvE, yes. Guardian, I feel like it's whatever, though. Hero level expansion, that doesn't matter. Others, please specify 8%. Element expansion, no. No, we don't need it. New growth features. Yeah. New effects or stats, yeah, I read that already. Higher grade equipment, okay.
분은?이라는 질문에 신규 장비 세트가 24%, 상위 장비가 15%. 이렇게 좀 신규 장비에 대한 니즈도 의외로 또 꽤 있어요.
그동안
네.
장비 파밍에 걸리는 시간과 피로도를 생각하다 보니 신규 장비 세트 추가에 대해서 굉장히
Yeah, exactly.
했었는데 하지만 이제는 오히려 장비 파밍
Lower the difficulty of farming equipment so players can try the effects of the new equipment sets sooner. So, first of all, I don't understand the topic because they started the topic by saying, okay, players are tired of farming because you don't really get good stuff easily. And then to counteract that, they go into the topic of we want to add new sets and new equipments. But at least now they say, all right, the new equipments, the way to get them will be simplified.
써보면서 느끼는 재미를 제공하고자 합니다.
이번에 그러면 일단 추가되는 신규 장비 세트는 뭐가 있나요?
네, 이번에 추가되는
Oh boy. This will be bad or good, you know? I really don't like new sets being released in games like this because the moment they are, and if it's too broken, you have to refarm them for potentially 50 characters. I think that's not fun. Me personally. Let's just say reversal set, repose set. What do they do? That looks like something that will revive. That looks like something where if I attack it, I get counterattacked.
세트는 두 가지로 역습의 세트와 응수의 세트입니다. 역습의 세트는 총
Reversal set consists of 4 pieces. So same as speed set, increases speed by 15.
속도가 15% 증가하고
And upon revival, increases CR by 50? Does it revive me? I think it revives me. Or does it mean only if I revive via other means that I get the CR?
10% 증가하는 효과이고요. 역습의 세트는 기사 아티팩트입니다.
Reversal says good for heroes equipped with a Knight Artifact Holy Sacrifice. Okay, so this set alone itself doesn't give you the revive, thank God. But this is also very fucking bad. Because now the Mortellix, you kill it once, it's gonna just push himself up.
신성한 희생을 착용한 크라우, 유하, 모르트, 그리고 정형사 르엘 등 적
Interesting, you know what? This is interesting. I won't say it's broken yet, it's interesting.
사망 시 부활을 통해 행동 게이지를 크게 증가시켜서
Ruel, once she dies, she just gets a turn.
역전시킬 수 있습니다.
Because it's 100% CR.
그리고 응수의 세트도 4세트이고요.
4 piece from repose set. This set has a 70% chance to counterattack when successfully evade. Oh my god, 70%? Is it a 4 piece set?
반격을 할 수 있는 효과를 가진 세트입니다.
It has to be, right?
그리고 응수의
Yep, 4 piece repose set. So Rylet would love this. You gotta refund for Rylet, Violet, maybe even Fire Flan. ML Aiden. What else? What else evades? There's probably more. But yes, you gotta probably refund all of those. But then you get rid of lifesteal though. Interesting. Remnant Violet Afternoon Soak Flan. I don't exactly think Soak Flan you will see a lot of this. Maybe with Bloodstone, maybe. I feel like you want the artifact that can heal or a kit that can heal. and then you add a repose set. That'll be annoying. But yep, guess what this means? You gotta farm these two sets a lot. And now the first set is still like up in the air because it's a pretty niche one where you have to revive. And sometimes you don't guarantee yourself that you can revive unless you're holy sacking. But even if you are, you know, you're giving away the other sets. But I suppose at least in anti-cleave scenarios, it would be really good. Because like imagine just ML Haze reviving the whole team back and then they get a 50% push. That's insane.
반격을 통해 변수를 만들고 싶을 때 사용할 수 있습니다. 그리고 앞으로 나올 신규 영웅 중에서도 신규 세트를 활용할 수 있도록 하고 장기적으로는 이 신규
Upcoming people can use the new set. So the revive one is for Ross. I don't think we're gonna go for the revive one for Ross though. I'd rather just stack him with hyper HP. And then he revives with 50% back, but he's still alive.
전투 구도를 만들어 갈 수 있도록 하겠습니다.
근데 싱글 세트가 재밌을 것 같아요. 재밌을 것 같은데 이 하면서 무슨 생각이 드냐면 아까 가벼운 마음으로 하루에 5분만 플레이해도 만족감을 느끼는
Exactly. I like how direct this guy's being, because this is contradictory. I don't mind if you just say you want to add new sets as a whole like content piece. You're like, okay, we're gonna add new sets. Sure. But if you're gonna point out the fact that we are farming gears for a long time, it's getting tiresome, fatigued, and you want players to come in 5 minutes and they get out, and then suddenly you're like, hey, you're Rylet, you're Violet, guess what? They need repose set now. You're Aiden, guess what? She needs repose set now. You're Ruel and you're Mort, guess what? They need the other revive set now. Kind of contradictory, right? So I'm hoping here's where he mentions, you can have 100 quick battle.
있게 해준다고 했는데 이렇게 되면 신규장 세트를 꼭 해야 되지 않습니까? 이게 사실은 그동안 계속 나왔던 반응이었던 것 같아요. 뭔가를 하려고 할 때 계속 또 파밍을 해야 되는데 이게 피로도가 줄어든다고 할 수 있는 것이다.
맞죠. 그래서 신규 장비 세트는
The new equipment sets won't be obtained from hunts like before.
처럼 포벌이 아닌 새롭게 추가될 이게이트라는 콘텐츠를
They'll come from a brand new content called Otherworld Breach.
해줄 수 있고요. 이게이트는 분광코어라는 신규 재화를
You can enter Otherworld Breach using a new currency called Spectral Core.
통해서 입장이 가능한데 이 분광코어는
You can exchange Spectral Core for 160 energy up to 3 times a day. Isn't this just more and more shit to do?
풍력 160개로 하루에 3번 60개 교환이 가능합니다.
네.
그리고 생명 입자기 2개로도 무제한 교환이 가능하고요.
Use 2 leaves for unlimited exchanges. So 2 leaves for 160, right? That's the same as the normal energy.
입장하는데 너무 많은 행동력이
Is it the same as the normal? I thought it was the same. Yeah, let's just keep going.
이유가 있을 것 같긴 한데. 네네.
이게이트는 행동력이 많이 소모되는 대신 토벌이
So it's actually more energy than usual. Got you. The equipment acquisition rate is more than 3 times
좋은 효율로
as efficient as Hunt or Rift. So you farm it once, this is what you expect. We're talking more than 5 golds. And more than 5 red gears. And you can only get these 2 sets, Repose and the Revival set. Okay.
앞서 말씀드린 대로 플레이 타임
And then we have to build a new team now. This is against Straze, but it's only a 55 Straze. I don't know how hard this would be. He's using like a 5k HP Judge Kisa. I don't know if that means you can legit just win that easily though. The end died, I think. I caught that one. One of the ways we're aiming to reduce playtime. I send a satisfaction. I guess it kind of does. Yeah, it kind of does. Can't fault them for that. Like, this is a lot easier, I think. Depending on the stage itself. If the stage itself is hard, then we're just wasting our time still. Like, we still have to take a lot of time, get the team ready, all that. But I guess you only have to do it once. And once you do it, you just have to come in, spend like two leagues per pop. And depending on how fast the gameplay is, I feel like it's just the same as Hunt still. Now, at least you don't have to do it as long. So maybe instead of spending 10 hours to get nothing, you spend 2 hours to get like 4 usable Ps. Overall, it does like, you know, it does solve the issue of we spend 20 hours farming for something, didn't get anything. At least if the rate seems that good, that would be the case, right? You already buy quick battling for Hunt. What's the difference with that? If the goal is to reduce playtime, I guess the difference would be to increase satisfactory. To increase the satisfactory, because we are going to get the red gears easier, apparently.
무제한으로 제공하면 해결되는 일인데 왜 꼭 이렇게 하는지 라고 물어보실 것 같아요.
당연히 그렇게 물어보실 거라고 생각했고요. 그래서 이게이트는 좀 더 특별한 점이 있는데요. 바로 2개 전설 등급 장비를
You can obtain otherworldly epic equipment there. That's something new. That's not just epic equipment.
2개 전설 등급 장비는 기존 전설 장비와
It's the same as regular epic equipment, fire.
기본적으로는 동일하지만 정수 능력치
But it drops without integer-based stats? So only percentage, no flat stats.
수치가 대외된 채로 드랍이 되고요. 강화 시에 높은 수치의 범위로만 강화가 되도록
Enhancement will only increase stats with the higher range.
되어 있어서 높은 점수를 만들기 쉬운.
It's easy to get high score equipment.
그럼 이거 혹시 뭐 기존 전설 장비보다 상위 개념인가요? 그러면 안 되거든요.
그건 아니고요.
네.
예, 기존 전설 장비보다 더 높은 수치.
It won't have higher stats than existing epic equipment.
강화되는 능력의
The maximum value of enhanced stat is the same.
최대 수치는 기존 전설 장비와 동일한데 낮은 수치가
The difference is you simply cannot roll low stats. So you cannot get the 1 speed. I mean, it's impossible to get a 1 speed. You cannot get the 2 speed roll. You cannot get the 5 HP percent.
붙지 않는다고 생각하시면 될 것 같습니다. 저희가 이계 전설 등급 장비를 도입하게 된 이유는 신규 장비 세트가 추가되었을 때 기존과 같은 장비 구조와 파밍 방식으로는 사실 기존 세트에
Yep, exactly. This is what I had with the shield set. Protection set, basically. I still don't have like good protection sets. Because it's just I had to refarm the whole thing again. Like it was just a pain.
그 수준을 따라잡기가 너무 힘들다고 생각을 했고요. 그렇게 되면 점점 더 파밍을 위한 기회 비용을 생각하게 되고 사용성 역시 떨어지고 재미도 느낄 수 없을 거라고 생각하기
Alright.
때문에
This changes a few things though. First of all, for older players, this will be like obviously you just come in and then you have really high tier stats already. You just gotta farm this for like maybe a week and then you have good enough stuff to really use them in your account at that level, I think. But for newer players, you might just find farming this easier. You know, you might skip hunts, just farm this instead. Because usually we get speed set first, that's the priority. Instead, now you get the revival set, because it still gives you 15% speed. And then it's all gonna be like end game gear anyway. That is probably gonna be useful, right? So, yeah, interesting. The evade set, though, is only good for certain characters, I would say. But if you give it for the free Aiden, the light Aiden, that would be good enough, right?
세트의 파밍 시간을 극단적으로 줄이기 위해서 이계 틈과 이계 전설 등급을 도입하게
Okay.
근데 또 여기서 한 가지. 싱글 장비 세트만
The players can keep running with spectral cores for new equipment sets only.
근데 기존 장비 세트
What about hunt stages with existing equipment? Wouldn't that create a big gap? Yep, I think if I'm a new player, I would just choose the new one. We'll also be adding otherworldly difficulty for existing hunt. Fire.
이계 난이도가 새롭게 추가될 예정이고요. 이계 난이도 또한 분광포로
It also requires spectral cores. There's no limit, I think, so it's a new difficulty.
이계 난이도는 제작 재료나 기타 재화를
It won't drop crafting materials or other currencies, but its equipment drop rate will be more than twice as high as before.
구성되어 있습니다. 그리고 토보의
For current hunt difficulties, we're also planning to increase equipment drop rate by about 15%.
아무래도 밸런스에 영향이 있는 만큼 9월 6일 진행되는 E7
Scheduled for September, next month. This is very good, I think. It's good for everybody. Essentially, it makes the grind less annoying. Top tier players that is still grinding E7 like it's their life will maybe create a gap between their peers. Because what happens is if this one guy farms for 24 hours, like 7 days straight with a pilot, which exists, and now they have this spectral thing, they buy every Skystone pack, they refresh infinitely, they'll actually get gears beyond your wildest dreams. And if you're like a top tier player from before and maybe you farm 12 hours a day, what happens is the 24 hours guy, he still gets shit on because the drop rates are bad anyway. But now he's gonna get shit on less. So now you might see some disparity between the characters now. They might actually get really insane stats because of spectral core, like the spectral otherworldly difficulty, right? With higher drop rate. And then if they farm at double time compared to you, and the drop rates doubly increase, then you might see disparity in like top tier RTA or whatever. But for the rest of us, it's just gonna be less grind, and still disparity will be there. People who play more in this higher drop rate place most obviously will get better stuff compared to you who actually play 5 minutes, right? So in the end, if you want to compete, you gotta play more. So this is fair. I would say this is fair. You want to compete in a higher rank, you gotta play more. If you don't, you can still just enjoy farming it for like 10 times, getting something usable, and then have fun with your characters in like champion. That's still valid.
공유 결승전이 종료된 후인 9월 11일에 업데이트 될 예정입니다.
이게 확실히 그 등급 장비 새로운 등급 장비가
The odds of getting bad rolls are much lower. Yes.
그걸 좀 노려보는 뭐 기존 토벌에서도 마찬가지고 이게 팀에서도 마찬가지고 그리고 플레이 타임은 줄여주고 보상은
Yep.
나오고 이런 거는 좀 괜찮은 것 같습니다. 그런데 그만큼 또
Most of us will like it. I feel like top tier players might not like it that much. I could be wrong, but I feel like most of us will like it because top tier players now, they're in a hot seat. Because if the drop rates are that good, like the first rank 1 guy and rank 2 guy is gonna be like, okay, I gotta farm more than a rank 2 guy. I gotta get more gears, better gears, higher rolls, right? Which, well, that's the high end competitive stuff. Which you want the rank 1 seat. That's what it takes, right?
많아질 거잖아요. 뭐 신규 장비 세트가 들어가면 인벤토리가 또
Inventory space. Since we're getting more sets,
인벤토리 역시
we're expanding inventory.
9월 11일 업데이트에
Okay.
900칸을 증가해서
오,
500칸까지 사용하실 수 있도록 하겠습니다.
Use up to 9 of the slots now, which is okay, I guess.
70레벨
Max energy capacity will be 360.
행동력을 분광포로 변환하실 수
The
있도록
naturally regen energy that goes over the limit will turn into like the spectral cores. Got you.
부족하실 수 있어서 강화석 획득 이벤트나
We plan to run charm events because more gear, more charms needed. Or gold dungeon event. Okay.
자주 진행될 수 있도록 하겠습니다.
그러면 이제 좀 정리를 한번 해보자면 기존 토벌과 신규 급 전설 장비
아무리 하더라도
네.
사실 높은 점수의 장비를
Yep.
플레이하시는 재미를 느끼셨으면
이제 끝나는 별초요 또 많이 나와 있습니다. 나머지 내용에 대해서도 좀 궁금해지는데 다만 콘텐츠 얘기가 나온 김에 또 주제와 연관된 설문조사 내용도 좀 짚어보고 가면 좋을 것 같습니다. 18레벨 장비이긴 했는데 장비의 보호막 증가와 같은 추가 효과 같은 소위 추가 옵션
These exist?
장비가 등장했습니다. 그때 많은 유저분들이 이거 잠재력처럼 또 새롭게 추가되는 시스템 아니냐, 85레벨 이거 여기 장비에도 추가되는 거 아니냐, 기존 장비 쓰레기 된다, 이 엄청나게 많은 반발이 있었고 우려가 된다는 지적이 있었습니다. 이후에도 계획이 있다든지 당시 상황 설명이 좀 필요할 것 같습니다.
당시 오리진 업데이트를 진행하기도 했고 6시대만의 특색 있는
오케이.
장비를 좀 이벤트로 제공하고 싶어서요. 사실 실전성이 있다거나 파밍 가능한 게 아니어서 별도의 사전 안내를 드리진 않았었는데 많은 계승자분들이 불안을 좀 느끼신 것 같아요. 현재 그러한 장비를 출시할 계획입니다.
Alright, no equipment will randomly just increase effects. Got you.
만에 하나, 정말 만에 하나 유사한 기능의 장비가 추가된다고 하더라도 기존의 전투 밸런스나 보유한 장비의 가치를
Yep.
보여드려야 될 것 같습니다.
저는 그때 기억이 납니다. 커뮤니티와 크리에이터 방송들에서 좀 난리가 났었는데 좀 사전 소통을
네.
잘 하는 게 중요할 것 같아요. 네, 레드 미궁 삭제와 성자의 시험에 관한
Removal
지난
labyrinth.
오리진 업데이트 쇼케이스에서는 미궁을 개편한다고 했는데 계승자 여러분으로서는 미궁을 너무 갑자기 삭제한다는 얘기가 나오니까 그동안 미궁에서 쌓인 내 추억과 내 업적이 날아가는 그런 기분이었어요.
Yep.
그래서 어떤 분들은 미궁을 돌기 위해서 여러 영을 열심히 이렇게 물어보시는 분들 꽤 많거든요.
이 부분에 대해서는 정말 많이 반성을 하고 있고요. 어떤 의도로 했던 간에 계승자분들께 불편함을 좀 끼쳐드렸다고 생각합니다. 사실 저도 악몽 오토덱을 꾸려서 플레이하는 유저로서 미궁에 진입하면 보상을 한 번에 다 받고 싶잖아요. 그래서 사기를 최대까지 활용하는 루트를
그렇죠.
돌고는 하는데 몇몇 보스는 아직 100% 오토덱이 아닌 데다가 플레이하는데 시간이 꽤 걸리다 보니 저도 시간 여유가 있을 때 해야지 하고 이렇게 미루다가 까먹고 그달의 보상을 놓치거나 하는 경우도 좀 많았고요. 그래서 보스 전투만 하는 방식으로 컨텐츠를 좀 더 압축하고 매월 플레이하다 보면 오토덱도 더 쉽게 맞출 수 있고 지금보다 더 간편한 형태의 콘텐츠로 바꾸자가 이번 미궁 삭제의 의도였습니다.
So from what I understand, they're removing labyrinth and then putting it back, but they removed the whole morale shit. And you just get to battle the bosses, and it's more convenient. It's what I'm understanding still.
전력 그렇다고 해도
It's not exactly what they said is gonna happen though.
아마 지금도 엄청나게 도전하고 계실 겁니다. 너무 어렵다. 아무리 뭐 별자리 축구 이런 게 있다고 하지만 너무 어렵다는 의견이 많았거든요.
영검 난이도는 유저분들이 지금도 플레이하시면서 느끼셨겠지만 사실 별자리 축복을 충분히 획득하고 나서 클리어하는 것을 의도했는데요. 문제는 이 보상 타일을 저희가 좀 간과했던 것 같습니다. 그래서 계승자 여러분들이 이른바 몸을 비틀어서 클리어해야 하는 그런 상황이 나오게 된 것 같고요. 또한 앞서 말씀해주신 대로 이제 미궁 덱을 기껏 맞췄는데 새로 세팅해야 된다는 부담 그리고 번거로움 역시 있었다고 생각합니다. 이것을 케어할 만한 충분한 메리트를 제공해드리지도 못했고 사실 사전 소통도 못했다는 점에서
Okay.
계승자님들의 기대에 부응하지 못했다고 생각합니다. 매일 정말 새롭게 배우고 느끼고 있고요.
반성하십시오.
네, 반성하겠습니다.
이거는 근데 많은 분들이 뭐 물론 뭐 그래 뭐 이렇게 하시는 분도 있지만 지금까지도 왜 없애 이런 분들 꽤 많거든요.
이번과 같은 일이 다시는 발생하지 않도록 충분한 콘텐츠 검토와 사전 소통을 가질 수 있게 개선하겠습니다.
그래서 지난
Okay. They didn't really explain why. Okay, they did explain. They said to remove labyrinth, the reason being like it's annoying. Sometimes people forget. They don't find the will to go through the whole labyrinth and stuff, and then they just end up missing the whole rewards. That's me, 100%. They're removing it. Now they didn't mention if they're gonna do it. They're saying they're gonna add it. They're saying they're gonna make it simple, more convenient. I'm not sure if that means they're gonna get rid of labyrinth, put it back with a simpler version. If that's the case, I'm actually okay with it. But they didn't mention it clear enough, so I can't be sure what they're trying to do. Earlier this August, we issued 2 developer notes to apologize. And they've adjusted the constellation, whatever. I haven't even touched this. I just cannot be bothered, at least right now, because me personally, I'm burnt out. But hey, if the updates are good, we might be back. You get maximum worships like clean nightmare. I think people are saying the perdition difficulty is too hard. Now you can get the rarest gear from just nightmare. Okay.
별자리 축복의 영슬로 초기화에 소모되는 한성 역시 100개로 조정되었습니다.
여기서 끝이 아니라 정규 시즌이 시작되면서 여러분들이
As the regular season begins, we'll continue listening to
스트레스 덜 받는
the heirs.
거듭날 수 있도록 하겠습니다.
Okay.
주시면 더 좋은 콘텐츠로 계속해서 업데이트 나갈 수 있도록 하겠습니다. 그리고 이 질문도 있었어요. 신규 계승자를 위한
Globalmo's treasure storage been less rewarding. I have not even touched that.
이게 5거의 무기고로 이제 상식 컨텐츠로 들어가면서 효율이 낮아진 것 같다. 아쉽다. 이런 얘기는 좀 있었거든요.
고블룸의 보물창고는 작년 에픽캐시 기간에 진행한 이벤트였는데 오거의 무기고로 상식 컨텐츠화하면서 아무래도 초반 성장을 위한 마중물 같은 형태로 저희는 포지셔닝을 했는데 이게 또 토벌 장비와 강화 효율 차이가 너무 크게 나면 토벌 장비가 안 그래도 파밍이 좀 힘들잖아요. 근데 역체감이 너무 심할 것 같아서 밸런스를 조금 보수적으로 잡고 진행하고 있습니다. 하지만 오거의 무기고는 강화 효율보다는 최종 장비가 아닌 것에 나의 강화석을 투자하기 싫은 그런 경험적인 부분에서
네.
문제가 있었다고 생각하고요. 특히 이번에 이게이튼과 같은 콘텐츠가 추가되면 포지셔닝이 더욱 애매해진다고 생각하거든요.
Yep.
그래서 오거의 무기고는 추가 개선을
We're planning further improvements to Ogre's Armor.
무기고도 개선될 예정이라고 하니까 공이긴 한데
Got you.
제가 가장 많이 들었던 건의사항 중 탑 3 안에 드는 질문인데 바로 절대적.
15% absolute FS.
과거에 정말 절대적.
So for me, should just remove it in PvP. Shouldn't exist in PvP. I mean PvE. Sorry, my bad. Remove it in PvE. It's just pointless to have it in there.
저항은 삭제할 계획이 없다. 이렇게 밝힌 적이 또 있어요. 그래서 혹시 지금도 절대 저항으로 인한 피로도 개선 뭐 어떤 고민하신 부분이 있을지.
사실 절대 저항 정말 고민이 많은 부분이고요. 당장 삭제할 계획은 없습니다.
No immediate plans to remove it. No immediate. So it might still actually remove it. Fully aware of the fatigue and cost of PvE. Exactly. There's no point to put it in PvE.
콘텐츠 같은 경우는 절대 저항으로 인한 피로도를 충분히 인지를 하고 있고요. 균열 제어기나 별자리 축복 등
We'll work on minimize the stress from this RNG element in the future content. Hey, how about we try just removing it? In PvE, what's the point? There's no point. I don't get it.
추가적인 보정 시스템을 통해서 신규 콘텐츠 추가 시에는 최대한 확률적인 요소에 스트레스를 덜 받으시도록
In PvP, I could say, okay, you want to add like a wildcard RNG element to PvP. Sure. So that when some of the games where you can't win, oh, suddenly you got lucky and you win, so you actually stay there and try your best. All right, that's still understandable. But then in PvE, it's just a pain.
알겠습니다. 절대 저항은 아직은 삭제할 계획이 없지만 PvE에서는 좀 고민해보겠다. 이렇게 답변 주셨습니다. 좀 아실 수는 있어요. 하지만 또 이게 개발 방향성과도 연관이 된 거니까 조금 더 기다려주시면 또 피로도에 개선하는 부분은 더 고민하고 있으니까 좀 기대해 주셔도 좋을 것 같습니다. 자, 그러면 하반기 로드맵 중에서 나머지에 관해서 한번 얘기를 해보겠습니다. 9월부터 12월까지
What is in development for September through December?
네, 10월에는 몽환의 결계라는
New story content called Phantasmal Barrier.
콘텐츠와 더불어서 상위 32개의 기사단이 참여하는 기사단
Guild War Tournament. Top 32 guilds will compete. Okay, these are like, I'm not in a top guild, so it's like whatever. But okay, guild tourneys. Interesting.
준비를 하고 있고요. 11월에는 모노리스 쟁탈
PvE content called Monolith Showdown
12월에는 60 에피소드에
in December. Only the 6th World episode will release a whole new episode. And that's DN's trinket or whatever, no? It kind of reminds me of what DN would have with her, but okay. Wonder what that is. And it's a new episode. It's gonna be a 5th World episode. We're gonna roll back the days.
에피소드요?
신규 에피소드 많이 궁금해하실 것 같기는 한데
네.
각 콘텐츠별로 자세한 소식은 이후 쇼케이스에서 다시 한번 상세히
Stay tuned for upcoming showcase. Got you.
한 번에 너무 자세한 내용을 다 풀 수 없는 건가요? 아, 그렇군요. 그래도 여러분 어쨌든 지금 보시는
I see
것처럼
Symphony number 7 Orbis. Wonder what that is. And I see new skins, I think.
신규 에피소드 기대됩니다. 신규 에피소드 기대돼요.
기대 많이 해주셔도 정말 좋을 것 같아요.
네. 지금까지 이렇게 해서 개발진이 생각하는 게임 방향성 또 조금 갸우뚱하는 부분도
I'm sure there are parts you're happy, some you're not sure about. Yep.
초반에 말씀드린 것처럼 이번
The showcase ain't the end. Leave your thoughts in the chat or the comments.
아니면 뭐 다음 소통 콘텐츠에서
Make sure to cover them in a future D-Note.
시청자 여러분이 너무 기다리시지 않도록 그리고
We're working diligently, extremely careful, okay?
또 지킬 수 있는 약속을
We make promises we can absolutely keep. Doubt? Yeah. No, okay, let's not shit on them that much. They are solving stuff. I feel like it's too slow though. Like, just make it quicker. You know the problem. Just address it quicker. Don't prance around with too much like, you know, waiting. The issues you know forever. You've just recently done the survey, but the issues, as you said yourself in the stream, you already know it's an issue forever. So, like, my question is, where did the years go, right? Just solve them quicker. And then maybe, you know, players will be less, like, annoyed. But overall, hey, so, I want to make it abundantly clear. The game is still good compared to any other games that I played that's in a similar style. If their restart's smaller, but their developers certainly listens better. But with style of game, animations, everything, Epic still, I think, still takes the cake. So it's still a wonderful game. Just, you know, they could do better. 100%.
신중에 신중을 기하면서
So they won't have to wait too long. Okay, so they know as well they're making us wait too long.
그래서 오늘뿐만 아니라 각 콘텐츠에 대해서는 더 상세히 준비되는 대로 개발자 노트나 다른 콘텐츠
Alright, so they're gonna share more stuff via developer notes.
드릴 테니까요. 의견 많이 남겨주시면 감사하겠습니다.
약속을 하신 겁니다. 자주 나오실 겁니다. 왜냐면
불러주시면
스피치 학원이 아까워요. 방송이 되게 아깝기 때문에
Speech classes. Damn, they had speech classes for this.
도와주시니까 자주 있었으면 좋을 것 같습니다. 저희가 이번 쇼케이스뿐만 아니라 최대한 빠른 시일 내에 또 다른 컨텐츠 좀 어떻게 보면 좀 더 가벼운 컨텐츠로 자, 그리고 이게 끝이 아니고요. 다음 2부 코너에서는
Part 2 be joined by business director to talk about offline online events.
기타 설문조사 내용도 바라보려 하는데요. 1.5부라고 해야 될까요? 네, 어찌 보면
Holy shit, this is long. I haven't had breakfast.
이런 게 있을 겁니다. 바로 에픽7의 밸런스에 대해서
Let's see how long it goes.
물었습니다. 밸런스에 대해서는 정말 많은
Oh
게임사가 직접 다른
dear me, it goes for too long.
예민한 데이터를 기반으로 다루는
Okay, that's ECNWC now.
정말 갈리는
Alright, we're gonna have to skip for a little bit.
조합, 수많은 요소에 따라서 받아들이는 관점이 정말 극과 극이기 때문에 그래서 직접 찾아보도록 하겠습니다.
크리에이터 황준이라고 합니다. 오늘은 제가 이 슈퍼 보려고 하거든요. 안녕하세요.
Balance.
정말로 만나뵙기가 어렵네요. 저도 에픽스한테 개발자분들은 기자를 많이
제가 담당하고 있는 담당자입니다.
맞죠? 저번에 뭐 월드 챔피언십
약간 꽤 자주
분들이 아니 개발자들 이거 저희가 일단 스마일 게이트나 슈퍼 게이트는 진짜 무슨 생각을 하고 이렇게 내는 걸
밸런스 조정은 주요 콘텐츠 지표 가장 우선적으로
How does balance adjustment process work?
대상 선정하고 있습니다.
We mainly focus. Yo, this is cap.
우선 밸런스 조정은 주요 콘텐츠 지표 가장 우선적으로 활용을 하고요. 활용도 낮은 경우
We mainly focus on hero with low usage rates when selecting the target for a balance adjustment. That is cap, and you know it.
중심으로 대상 선정하고 있습니다. 대상이 정해지면
Once the target is set, we establish draft specs and run internal tests. Okay, I won't say that's cap. For some of the patches, yes, this is true. They've buffed the characters that's really low use case, low usage rate, genuinely. Not wrong at all. But some of them, like the one moment where they buff like ML Cartuja by just increasing his percentage, and the rest of it is just increased percentage, dude, that pissed me off so bad. And yep, so while this is true, I feel like sometimes it's questionable. And then there are still characters that's way lower usage rate. So what they should say is Moonlight characters with low usage rate. They prioritize those. I feel like it's like the most accurate thing to say. Because otherwise, then every RGB would be buffed as well every time. Because I don't see any like E-Nots being used. You know, I don't see what else. A better example, right? I don't see Green Bazaar being used anymore. 0% usage rate. Where's the Green Bazaar buff, right? So yeah, let's just move on.
하고 내부 테스트를 진행한 뒤에 내용 담당부서와 퍼블리셔 간 협의를
Discuss with design team, publisher, finalize the specs. Got you.
랩 테스트도 진행하고 그리고 협업사랑 이제 또 이야기도 하고 하시는데 결국에 나왔던 거는 가장 최근에 이제 계승자분들의 분노를
Was something that really sparked a lot of frustration. Okay, yeah, mentioning it.
전용 장비란 말이에요.
What the hell is this? Oh, this is the whole what's his name again? Frick. It's against Harsetti, where it only procs against Harsetti. When facing Harsetti as an enemy, only activates if there's Harsetti. And this is on the one male character, Fenris, yeah.
했는지에 대해 좀 궁금합니다.
관련된 배경을 설명을 드리자면은 메타적으로 학습에 대한 스트레스가 굉장히 크다는 부분을 저희 내부에서 인지하고 있었고 특히 방대가
Okay, so they're saying there's a lot of stress with the meta with Harsetti. Guess what you can fucking do? Nerf the bitch! I think no one would be mad if you nerf the bitch. In particular, we felt there was a need to counter defense teams. How about we nerf the bitch?
장비할 필요가 있다고 판단이 되어서 내부적으로 여러 수단들을 강구했었습니다. 그런데 하르세티의 스킬셋이
Harsetti's skill set covers very broad range, obviously.
범용적인 영역에 걸쳐 있다 보니까 일반적인 수단으로 하르세티 카운터 치려고 시도를 했을 때 의도치 않게 피해를 보는 다른 영웅들이 굉장히 많습니다.
Yep, exactly.
그래서 내러티브적으로 설명이 가능했던 펠리스로 전용 장비로 좁고 강한 카운터.
So this is them saying they know that sometimes when they release a counter to a really broken character, it basically also counters a lot of other things. This is like Mei Chloe's situation and back in the day, where everyone's being like countered by strong effects, and then Mei Chloe's just dead because it's just countering everything. So now they are giving Fenris a very specific way to counter only one character. But you know, what about we just nerf it if it's that big of an issue? Think about it. If you don't nerf, you want to release a counter to a character this broken, and it's that broken to the point where if you can counter it, you are going to be broken. And then now you want to be like, okay, let's just get rid of the fact that this character can work in any other case, and let's just focus on this character being the one-to-one counter to that character, which just is annoying as well. If that is your direction moving forward, does that mean if I pull character A in the future that's broken, I have to pull character B, and the character B's kit just says character A exists equals kill it? That is an annoying way to balance it, I feel. Just nerf the thing that's obviously so broken is what I'm thinking.
시도했던 것 같은데 특정 영웅을 명시적으로 저격하는 형태의 카운터 시도에 대해서 많은 개선님들이 우려를 말씀 주셨고
Yep.
그래서 그에 공감하는 의견들이 있어서 처리하게 되었습니다. 아마
Decided to withdraw, which is okay. You listen, you withdrew. I think that's good. Because, you know, in the future, I don't want to just character A broken, character B's release. The kid says character A exists equals die. Oh shit, GG's. It's just gonna be so dead. So, avoiding counter designs of that nature, fire. But just nerf stuff. You know, just nerf stuff.
방식의 카운터 시도는 지향하고자 합니다.
확실히 알겠습니다. 그리고 방금 언급해 주셨던 것처럼 많은 계승자 여러분들의 무대 목소리라고 하셨는데 저희가 사실 모였던 이유가 그 계승자 여러분들이 진행한 영웅들의 밸런스가
36% said preferred upward balance adjustment where heroes are buffed. What do you think is the most needed to improve to the current PvP meta? Multiple selections allowed. Most people says stat increases through hero balance adjustments. Secondly, stat decreases through hero balance adjustments. So as you can tell, a lot of people are agreeing that nerfing stuff is still an okay idea. You don't just have to buff stuff. Buffing stuff is what you've been doing though, no?
상향식으로 조정이 되는 게 마음에 든다라고 하시는 분이 36%, 그리고 하향식 조정을 원한다라고 하시는 분이
Yep, downward adjustment, you need it. It's balanced for a reason. Because you can't just balance by pushing stuff up. You sometimes have to push stuff down. 27% of those errors aside from heroes like Hwa-Yan, Silver Araminta, and Sage Ball, they've rarely experienced nerfs at all. Exactly.
기본적으로 하향 조정은
We try to avoid nerfs as much as possible. Why?
하는 방향이고요. 다만 특정 영웅에 대해서
If a particular hero is causing significant stress for many heirs, are SETI,
좀 계승자분들이 많은 스트레스를 받고 계시다면 이제 하향 조정
I think a nerf can be considered. Are SETI, they literally just said Harseti's meta is causing stress in their developer team.
고려해 볼 수 생각합니다. 다만 픽업을 통해
That said, we have to consider the fact that these are heroes heirs have acquired through pickups.
만큼 충분히 고려를 해야 되고
Give a selector.
계승자분들과
Believe it's important to build consensus with the community before doing so. Yo, guess what? You can ask us. Make a poll right now. Do we nerf Harseti or not?
공감대 형성이 필요하다고 생각합니다.
그 다음은 흔히 말하는
There's this feeling that inflation of power balance is creeping in a bit.
인플레이션이 살짝 좀 진행되고 있는 느낌이란 말이에요. 그래서
Some heirs suggested doing balance patches more frequently, regularly. Exactly. Because there's more and more characters. You have to do it.
분들의 의견이 좀 있어요.
밸런스 패치에 대해서 계승자님들이 가져주시는 기대감에 대해서 저희 내부에서도 굉장히 잘 알고 있는데요. 당연히 개별 발표의 어떤 변화폭 자체는 줄어들 수밖에
Wait, what?
어떤 목표하는 타겟
When we prepare a balance patch, we always set a target and desired scope of change.
이 주기가 더
But if the patch cycle gets shorter, naturally the scale of each individual adjustment have to shrink. It's not that we don't want to put in the work, but if we change the meta too often,
이 부분도 좀 게임의
we feel like it could actually raise the difficulty barrier of the game.
이용할 수 있다고 판단하고 있어요. 킥업 패치를 했는데
If we release a patch and heirs feel, I don't really notice much of a difference before and after.
모르겠다. 좀 이런
Then many would be disappointed with that sort of direction. Then make it so it's the same schedule, but bigger balance changes. Same schedule, bigger ones. Like we need more characters to be included because you release more and more characters. The balance sizes has to be bigger and bigger if you want variety in the meta. And still, if you just want to, I still think it makes no sense that you cannot nerf stuff. And you just said when things are too annoying and something is just bringing too much annoyance to the world, like Harseti would, you would consider nerfs, yet you don't though. Because like I would argue I would prefer fighting the Fire Hwa-Yan bullshit versus fighting the Harseti bullshit, right? So I feel like they're easily at the same level of annoyance, if not Harseti being more. Just get rid of Harseti, which is a reason that a lot of people quit, if anything. And then, you know, that would suit with your vision as well. And then it also wouldn't feel like, oh, nothing happened because after a balance patch. Because this is a character that you know is causing a lot of stress. You say it yourself, so just nerf it, is what I would say. But as for the case of like making it more often, like balance patches more often, and you want to avoid it being like so often where it doesn't feel like it's impactful, understandable, to make it bigger per balance patch.
라고 생각이 들고요. 그래서 현재 주기는 밸런스 패치가 계승자님들께 의미 있는 변화를 다가갈 수 있기 위한
Okay.
하나의 균형점이라고 봐주시면 감사할 것 같습니다.
그 다음 질문 조금 더 예민할 수 있는데
Sensitive. Huge difference before the ban protection system existed.
뱅가드가 생긴 이후가 엄청난 차이가 있단 말이에요. 이 뱅가드 시스템이 실시간 아레나를 즐기는
Prefer ban protection system while other don't.
없애달라는 의견도 있는데 이 점에 대해 좀 궁금합니다.
That request to remove. I feel like this is something you don't want to like screw around. The best idea was to ask the community first before adding it, but I don't think they did. They just added out of like a random update, if I remember. I could be wrong about this, but yeah. You know, if you would just talk to the community first and then decide after you understand like the community's thoughts, and then if the decision is to add it, you explain by saying, okay, we've done a survey, we've taken your considerations, this is the decision. Okay, that's good game direction. But if you just add it before we can even talk about it, it's like, whatever, that's your decision now, right? So what are you gonna say about this?
좀 비판 이야기가 계속해서 지금
We haven't really spoken about till now. Yeah, it's been like what, 3 years?
선택 밸런스 이슈에 대한 고민과 좀 맞다고 보시면 될 것 같아요.
It was a balance. It was to solve a balance issue between first and second pick. Because first pick, I think, is always like the best one. In the pick ban system, second pick has a certain structural dilemma. Yeah.
어떤 구조적인 딜레마가 있다고 보고 있거든요. 저희가 모든 픽이 끝난 후에 마지막으로 한 개의 영웅을 펜하는 포스트펜 시스템을 적용하고 있죠. 픽의 경우에는 대결 선픽에 비해서 빠른 타이밍에 완성하고 본래 픽이 가져야 되는 막픽의 밸류가 좀 약간 보장되기 어렵게 되는 경향이 있다고 보고 있어요. 9개 모든 픽을
Which is fair to a certain extent.
하면 사실 벤이 될 거 아니에요? 그럼 이제 막펜 없애도 되지 않냐? 뭐 이렇게 생각하실 수도 있는데 밸런싱 자체가 현 시스템을 기반으로 다 설계되어 있다 보니까
Postman has to be there.
없애기에는 좀 리스크가 많이 커서 그 부분을 좀 하기 어려웠던 부분이 있고요. 그러면 이제 시스템 내에서 이런 후픽의 어려움을 완화하기 위해서 어떤 시도를 할 수 있을까를 고민하다 보니까 막펜에서 절대적으로 보호받는 슬롯의 존재가 필요했고 그게 바로 뱅가드라는
Ban protection. Alright, it's valid. It's valid. Totally.
정리하면 이제 뱅가드 요도는 크게 세 가지인데요. 본래 후픽 가져가야 됐을 막피의 어떤 전략적 밸류를 이제 후픽 뱅가드에서 보정해 주는 게 첫 번째 의도입니다.
So what happens now is if anyone wants to disagree, they will have to tell you via like community feedback, whatever, right?
컨셉을 먼저 확정시키게끔 유도를 해서 후픽이 지고 있던 백 방향성에 대한 노출 부담을 선픽도 이제 나눠 가져라. 좀 약간 이렇게 하는 방향이 두 번째 의도고요. 어떤 선픽의 균형을 맞추는 뱅가드가 사실 보장이 된다. 좀 이렇게 있는 요소로 작용할 수
있다라고 좀 생각이 드네요. 근데 요즘 가면 갈수록 선턴을 잡으면서 흔히 말하는 주도권을 잡으면 승률이 굉장히 높단 말이에요. 옛날처럼 받아치기가 굉장히 어려워졌어요.
일단 기본적으로 한정인 만큼
What do you think about the advantage of taking first turn? These days, I mean, I feel like these days it's not like you just take the first turn and win. There are certainly counterplays, right?
성공권을 가진 쪽에게 유리한 측면이 있는 거는 사실이라고 생각하고요. 다만 이제 뭐 그렇다고 해서 지오가 모든 영웅 중에 가장
Yep.
많은 승률을 기록한다. 또 이런 건 아닌 것처럼 대타적으로 그 당시에 어떤 주요 선탄자
Okay, you also showed a Firelytica, you showed a Redact, that those are still issues, but I feel like compared to before, it's better now. But the obvious issue is like the speedy stuff is, that's why I mean like balance is fucked. Because the speedy stuff is so broken if you let them be unchecked. And there's so many broken characters now where you cannot freely change the meta without having broken characters be in the game, right? So let's say if we really remove Harsetti, then speed will be a lot stronger. Because they now don't have to ban Harsetti anymore. They can ban something else, right? But then Harsetti on her own is also annoying for bruiser players anyway. So it's like, it's just a character no one likes. I'll just say it's a character that no one likes. But yeah, it's so hard to balance.
이런 밸류들이 얼마나 힘을 받는 타이밍에 따라서 좀 체감하시는 정도가 다를 것 같아요. 특히 이번 서머 시즌 막바지가 좀 선탄 주도권이 특히 좀 강력한 메타였다 보니까 그런 체감.
Right now, it's certainly if it's favorable for turn ones, right?
내부적으로 좀 준비하고 있는 내용들이 있으니까 그런 부분을 좀 기대해 주시면 좋을 것 같습니다.
네, 알겠습니다. 그러면
Oh, what did they say?
전투를 경험하실
Prepare ways for the experience of wider variety of battle styles.
준비하고 있는 내용들이 있으니까 그런 부분을
Stay tuned for those changes, okay? Let's see what they want to do. Circle battle balance patches.
와서 말씀드릴게요. 계승자 여러분들도 그렇고 방송하시는 분들도 그렇고 항상 금요일만 되면 밸런스 패치를 기다린단 말이에요. 근데 밸런스 패치에 할당되는 영웅 자체는 솔직히 그렇게
Yep, exactly. Like you guys say you don't want often patches, make it so each patch is big.
많이 아닌데 어떤 특정 영웅들, 이제 실험치 센즈라든지 뭐 키세라든지 멜리사라든지 이런 친구들은 밸런스 패치를 굉장히
Yep.
많이 받는 반면 아예 받지 못하는 영웅들도 꽤나 많단 말이에요. 이렇게 한 특정 영웅의 몰아주기가 진행되는 이유가 뭔지 좀 궁금합니다.
특정 영웅이 밸런스 조정을 자주 받게 되는 이유는 아무래도 이용률이 눈에 띄게 증가하지 않거나 아니면 메타에 좀 필요할 경우에 좀 그런 경우가 있습니다. 특히 일부 영웅의 경우 여러 차례 조정을 받았음에도 좀 메타에 맞지 않아서 복킹이 안 되는 경우도 꽤 있었고요. 앞으로는 좀 이런 점을 잘 보완하고 실질적으로 이용할 수 있게끔 개선하도록 하겠습니다.
자, 그럼 밸런스 패치에 관해서 좀 추가로
앞으로는 좀 이런 점을 잘 보완하고 실질적으로 이용할 수 있게끔 개선하도록 하겠습니다.
That kind of just it's not like the best answer for me because they basically just said, okay, if a character we buff them and the pick rate doesn't know this to be improved, then we'll review it again, buff them again. Okay. Then what about increasing the size of balance patch? Because it's not just Melissa that got buffed every time and then the pick rate doesn't go up. There's tons of other characters with zero pick rate. Like for example, Mue. Should I expect Mue to have another buff next patch? Because Mue is still zero usage rate in RTA. Like, I feel like there's a need to explain how they buff stuff better. Because they just said usage rate, whatnot, but then there's certainly some that's just designed for PvE. And then they say when the usage rate doesn't increase, they buff them again. What about people with literally 0% usage rate for the longest time still doesn't get the buff though?
밸런스 패치에 관해서 좀 추가로 질문을 드리겠습니다. 에픽7은 이제 밸런스 패치가 시급한 친구들이 있어요. 물론 이제 제 의견일 수도 있고 각자 계승자분들의 의견일 수도 있는데 근데 잘 쓰이고 있는 친구들 완전히 안 쓰이다가 튀어나오는 애들은 납득이 되거든요. 근데 기존에 잘 사용되고 있었던 도시그릴레스라든지 뭐 미지강사 아카데스라든지 이런 친구 갑자기 패치라든지 전용 단계를 갖게 되는 계기가
Yep. Valid.
메타 고착화를 원하기 위해서 좀 잘 쓰이는 영웅이더라도 밸런스 조정이 진행될 수 있습니다.
To help break a stagnant meta. How about we buff unused character to break the stagnant meta, no? A lot of people why Urban Shadow should receive E. Didn't need it.
슈를 이제 전당을 이건 왜 대체 전당 받은 거냐 좀 많은 분들이 궁금해하셨는데 그 당시 상황에서 도시의 그림자 슈가 해줄 수 있는 역할이 저희 분명히 있다고.
There was a clear role she could fulfill. Decided to add EE.
만약에 확실한 옵션이 아니라 좀 애매한 옵션이
If I were to give her an uncertain half-measure option,
사실 저희가 어떤 의도했던
it would achieve intended purpose or lead to meaningful changes in the meta.
좀 유의미한 변화도
What about we make significant buffs to characters that's very low pick rate? That will also like help you out, right? Now I understand you say, oh, Shu has this. You think Shu has this like slot she could fill, the role she could fill, right? Just by giving her this EE, understandable. But I feel like that's not something you should prioritize doing. You should prioritize buffing stuff that's bad, right? Just shake out the meta that way. That way it's not just the same few characters that's already good and then they become better and become really good and then you break the stat in the meta, sure. But the unused character that has potential, they're never going to be used then.
기왕에 넣을 거면 굉장히 확실한 옵션을 줘서 확실히 좀 워킹을 목표로 좀 그런 옵션이 들어갔다고 보시면 될 것 같습니다.
네, 앞으로는 또 기성자님들 의견에 적극적으로 반영해서
Reflect errors feedback. Wider variety of heroes can get their buffs. Work harder on target selection as well. Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. If that's true, then I would expect the coming balance patches to be better. Okay? They said they're listening to feedbacks. Alright? I'll be the first crier and the last cry of Harseti needs a nerf. Let's see if they nerf her. I still feel like right now, Harseti still needs a nerf. In fact, just remove the fucking character. Like, I think no one would be mad still. Now, if you're mad if I remove Harseti, let me know in the comments why you would be mad if Harseti don't exist. Right? Now, they also given us the skin, so I guess if you really like the skin, then yeah. That would be the only reason. But right now, Harseti is still one of the most banned thing.
자, 이렇게 담당자분들 모시고 밸런스 배치에 관한 이야기를 좀 나눠봤는데, 근데 저도 이제 한 명의 계승자로서 궁금할 수밖에 없는 게 앞으로 에픽
What's next for E7?
아무래도 보다 다양한 영웅이 활용될 수
Shaping battle environments so heroes can see use.
밸런스형 또한
Go with balance difference to make every hero usable.
다양한 영웅이 좀 각자 역할을
Not leaving any behind. That's cap. I mean, that's what I want to do, but at least based on data, that's not happening. Because there's so many characters, dude. How are you gonna do it, bro? Like, the face you chose, Cartuja here. How are you gonna make him viable, bro? You're gonna have to make your balance patches a lot bigger and a lot more deadly and on the dot.
수 있게끔 하는 걸 목표로 하고 있습니다. 앞으로도 좀 많은 관심과
Continue welcome interest feedback. Always take them into account.
이 자리를 빌어서 계승자님들도
Give heirs a heads up. Okay.
월드라이나 차기 시즌
In the upcoming fall season, where a new system will be introduced. Oh.
예정입니다. 개전 규칙이라는 이름으로
It's called a warfare rule system.
월드라이나 매칭시 정해진 몇 개
When a RTA match is made, several preset rules will be randomly applied to that match. What?
무작위로 해당 매치에 적용되고 뱀픽이 진행되는
Will take effect during the pick ban phase.
기존의 어떤 비슷한
We had something similar before with Battle Frenzy. The Battle Frenzy system was meant to bring new flavor to each season. What the hell is Battle Frenzy? I don't actually know. But since the same rules stay for the whole season,
아무래도 두 시즌 내내 하나의 규칙을 유지하다 보니까 메타
it didn't do much to bring out the stat in the meta.
고충이 있었어요.
So what is this new idea?
상황에 맞게 유연한
Warfare rules are purposely designed to shake up the meta,
큰 이점을 가져
give advantage to players who can adapt flexibly to the situation. Meanwhile, Battle Frenzy will go back to its original purpose of preventing matches from dragging on too long. Battle Frenzy is the increased damage and reduced healing stuff in RTA, right? We hope this brings you fresh and exciting experiences.
드렸으면 하는 그런 바람입니다.
계승자 여러분들
They didn't say what it is, but they say the new thing, the warfare thing, is gonna happen in the pick ban phase. This might be a global ban system. I would love to, because get Harseti off the game, please. Let's just stop crying about Harseti as well, okay? Because there's a lot of other problems with Renak. I know a lot of people just cannot be bothered with this character no more. Emma Arunka, same as well. So if there's like a global ban system, that'd be interesting. That'd be interesting. I don't know if it is. They just said it's gonna be a warfare system in the pick ban phase. No clue what that would be still. It could be like a stealth mechanic. I don't know, like where I can hide one of my picks or some shit. Let's hope it's not something stupid like that. But yeah, we'll see. This talk on balance patches, which started with a survey from the heirs.
시작했던 이 밸런스 배치 이야기가
Okay, what about it? It's coming to a close. Answered a lot of questions.
되지 않았나 싶어요. 유튜브 댓글이나
Check YouTube comments, Eastern community, you see all of that, right?
다 확인한다고 하니까
Let's do check.
많은 관심
Air will continue to send support feedback.
빌어서 계승자분들께 하고 싶은
Final thing you'd like to say?
네, 사실 많이 긴장했는데요. 네.
You're pretty nervous.
자리에 생겨서 정말 기뻤습니다.
방금 제가 하려는 말씀 많이 가져가신 것
And you get a really meaningful chance to talk to us. Okay. You took most of what I was gonna say.
저도 아무래도 좀 긴장
Nervous as well, a lot of pressure. Yeah, I feel like they, so, you know, trolling E7. These people are in a lot of stress, 100%. I'm really glad the community of airs like this. Yep.
저도 되게 깊게 생각하고 있고 개인적으로 개발자지만 동시에 또 에픽세븐을 너무 사랑하는 그 한 명의 유저이기도 한 만큼 보다 재미있는 게임 만들 수
Keep doing your best, make the game even more fun. Cool.
감사합니다. 굉장히 어려운 자리였는데 함께 해주신 두 개발자 여러분들께 정말로 감사하다는 말씀 드리고 싶고요. 저는 쇼케이스 영상이 끝나면 에픽7 월드 챔피언십 해설로 다시 한번 만나뵙도록 하겠습니다. 감사합니다.
Alright.
봤습니다. 밸런스는 정답이 밸런스에 대한 담당자 이야기를
Just a direct from the person in charge of balance. Balance in the field with no single right answer. Yep.
중심을 잘 잡아서 진행하면 좋을 것 같다는 생각이 듭니다. 담당자분들 큰 용기를 내고 카메라 앞에 섰으니까요. 계승자 여러분의 많은 응원을 부탁드립니다.
Hope you show them support. Alright, this is just, you know, PR stuff, which is fair. I won't say it's the most convincing, like, change until we see it, you know? But at least they do mention the vague answers of a good direction, is what I'll say. They said something like, okay, we'll see to like increase the unused characters more with buffs and such. And they did mention something like when something becomes too much of an issue that stresses player out in the meta, they will nerf. They did mention that they will nerf. Only if a character is too stressful for like everybody. Everyone hates it. Which I'll argue there's already a few like characters that's existing that basically does that for people that everyone hates. Let's see if something changes with that. Part 2 will cover the remaining survey results, variety of news, online, offline events. Invited another special guest, business director.
근데요, 제가 일부 소통에 목말랐습니다. 알고 계시죠? 자, 한번 이야기를 하고 넘어가면 좋을 것 같습니다. 사실 많은
Many heirs have been thirsty for communication. Yep.
계승자분들이 소통에 목말랐습니다. 알고 계시죠?
네, 한동안 계승자 여러분들과 제대로 소통하지
Sincerely apologize for not communicating properly with the bow. First of all, for me as a player, it's not that deep, you know. Just apologize. It's cool. We don't have to. It's not like you commit a cardinal sins, but hey, I take it. As a player, I take it to heart. Nice to see you acknowledging, you know, stuff that you could do better.
관련된 여러 가지 일들이 있었습니다. 이런 것들이 다 계승자 여러분들의 의견에 귀를 기울이지 못한 저희 잘못이라고 생각합니다. 앞으로 지속적으로 여러분의 의견을 청취하고 재미있는 게임을 만들기 위해서 계승자 여러분들이 만족하실 때까지 개선하고 사랑받는 에픽7이
Okay.
하겠습니다.
네, 실시간 방송에 대한 니즈가 있던 것도 사실인데 일부에서 말씀드렸던 대로 뭐 미궁 삭제와 같이 아주 민감한 주제에 대해서도 그러니까 왜 이런 일이 생길까 이런 의문이 생기거든요.
네, 그 앞서 1부에서 타강진 씨님도 충분히 사전 소통을 못하는 점에
Yep.
대해서 말씀을 주셨는데요. 저도 이 부분이 가장 큰 문제가 있었다고 생각하고 있습니다. 매우 반성하고 있고요. 여러분들의 의견을 충분히 반영하기 위해서 개발사와 프로세스 개선을 예정하고 있는 상황입니다. 여태까지 방식은 다 있고 처음 기획에서부터 폴리싱까지 계승자님의 의견을 반영할 수 있도록 프로세스를 다시 확인하고 개선하도록 하겠습니다.
에픽7이 게임 외적인 측면에서 부족하다고 느끼는 것이 어떤 것이냐라는 설문조사가 있습니다. 그 설문조사에서 가장 많이 나온 게
Future roadmaps. We definitely do need that. Notice frequency and clarity. 100%. A lot of the hate that you probably receive could be avoided if you would just explain yourself before you do things. I feel like that's the case.
높았었거든요. 그만큼 사전 소통이 좀 부족하다 이런 내용인 것 같습니다.
네, 이번 쇼케이스를 계기로 4분기에는 좀 더 편안한 분위기에서 소통할 수 있는 자리도 만들고 매년 연말마다 신년 인사와
Prepare a roadmap reveal with the fourth quarter of the year.
준비해보겠습니다.
두 분이 오늘 처음
Okay.
나오셔서 계승자 여러분께 약속을 하셨기 때문에 조금 더 지켜봐 주시면 좋고 뭐 이해가 되지 않고 때로는 불편한 것들을 최대한 빠르게 해드리고 또 개발 방향성을 고려했을 때 또 안 되는 건 안 된다 이거는 좀 어렵다 이렇게 말할 수 있는 용기도 소통에 있어서는 필요하지 않나 싶습니다.
Yep.
저 역시 그렇게 할 수 있도록 잘 하겠습니다.
Exactly.
자 그러면 저희가 다음 내용으로
Good stuff. If they actually start doing that, fire. Because, you know, sometimes if something's hard, just say it's hard. At our face, you know? Because we're also like, a lot of players, they don't give you face either. If we hate something, we just say it. Yeah? You should just say it to us as well. Before doing something without explaining. And because that would just trigger more hate, you know? So just tell us, okay, when is this happening? What's the issue? Is there going to be a delay? This is why we made this decision. Tell us all that. With like Stove. A lot of us just use Stove anyway. Post on Twitter as well. Those are the easiest things, right?
7주년을 맞아서 다양한 업데이트가 준비되었는데 혹시 에픽 대시처럼 특별한 게임 이벤트 준비되고 있습니까?
7주년 축제를 맞아서 특대 케이크를 제작한 이벤트를 준비를 했습니다. 계승자 여러분이 모두 합심해서 진행
Server-wide mission.
서버 전체 미션을 진행하는
Oh, it's like whatever then. It's free rewards.
됐습니다.
Clear the final mission to claim your Moonlight Boss Hero
기간제로 사용할 수 있는 건가요?
Wait, what?
900개까지. 오, 좋은 이벤트인 것 같습니다.
Clear the final mission to claim your Moonlight Boss Hero Selector? Is this new?
분들이 많이 이제 플레이를 하시면 자연스럽게 개인 미션이 달성이 되고 서버 에서 획득하실 수 있는 또 특별한 보상이라고 합니다, 여러분들. 네, 특별한 보상이라고 하니까 또 많이 플레이해 주시고 사랑해 주시면 좋겠습니다. 이게 어떻게 보면
I assume that means we're getting a free Moonlight Boss. At least, you know, they didn't explain it that much, but it seems like it. So we could get Harsetti, Zio, Straze, Art Demon, I assume.
이런 이벤트들이 또 새로 오시거나 아니면 오랜만에 게임을 접속하시는 분들에게는 도움이 되는 이벤트잖아요. 또 이런 얘기를 좀 더 하고 싶은데 을 개선해달라. 이것도 거의 제 생각을 좀
What's this?
물어보고 싶은데
Currency shortages including Molagora.
개선해달라. 이것도 거의 무엇인가요? 에서 모라고라가 몇 퍼센트 나갔는지 아십니까?
향후 신규 콘텐츠나 이벤트
We're currently considering ways to increase rewards in future content and events for Molagora like this.
모라고라를 획득하실 수 있는 것처럼
Okay.
촉촉하고 넉넉하게 드리겠다는 말씀을 드릴 순 없지만
I can't promise we'll make currencies endlessly abundant. Glad that you're acknowledging what's not possible. Just say it at our face. That's what we love. I love it when they treat me rough, you know? Well, okay. At least they're increasing.
원하는 영웅을 키울 수 없는 수준
Make sure they aren't so scarce you can't grow the heroes you want. Yeah, with more heroes you have to increase it proportionally. That has to be the case.
콘텐츠나 이벤트로 좀 계속해서 유저분들이 받을 수 있는 보상량을 좀 늘려나가겠다. 이렇게 보면 되겠죠? 네, 맞습니다. 그리고 말 나온 김에 또 주화 상점 로테이션에 대해서도 개선을
Coin shop rotation. Yep, I hate having to wait a whole year to get the one guy that I need, right?
영웅이 많아지니까 만날 수 있는 이제 로테이션이 좀 적잖아요.
아마도 계승자분들이 각자의 상황에 따라서 원하는 영웅이 전부 좀 다르실 것 같은데요. 내가 원하는 영웅이 언제 나오는지 좀 기다리는 경우가 많다라는 설문조사에 대한 내용.
I won't even lie. I would just make it so one's a selector. Like one you can select in the coin shop who you want. Because you need to get 40 coins to buy one. I feel like it's not that ridiculous for me to save 40 coins by pulling a lot and then having the choice to choose the next rotation. I want this character to appear, you know?
기억하고 있는데요. 이 점에 대해서도 저희가 개선하려고 논의 중에 있는 상황입니다. 예를 들어서 특정 기간을 정해서
Letting players choose
오래된 영웅들은 좀 자유롭게
from all heroes released before a certain cutoff date. You know what? That's a good start.
저는 지금보다 더 편하게 획득하실 수 있도록
Yep.
개선하도록 하겠습니다.
이게 그 이전 기간에 나왔던 영웅들을 선택해서 내가 가져갈 수 있으면 확실히 오래된 영웅들을 놓쳤다 하더라도
100%.
좀 더 좋으실 것 같습니다. 네, 아무래도. 근데 실장님 기분 좋으신가요?
네. 매우 좋습니다.
아, 좋으신 상태인가요? 아, 지금 매우 좋은 상태인가요?
Very good mood. Nervous, but feel great. Okay, that's nice.
네, 걸려있습니다.
활짝 웃으신 거를 보고 싶어 하실 수도 있습니다.
아, 다음 기회에 살짝 웃어보도록 하겠습니다.
다음 기회.
이번엔 좀 긴장이 됐습니다.
I feel like he's chilling, you know?
같이 시드님이랑 스피창으로 같이 갔다 오시면 또 해보면서 있습니다. 네, 현재 7주년 감사대 페이지에서
Is there a popularity poll?
네, 8월 25일까지
Until August 25th. That's for a new skin, right?
영웅의
Yep.
신형 스킨을 출시할 예정인데요. 출시할 뿐만 아니라 무료로 지급한다고 합니다.
It'll also be distributed for free. Ooh.
혹시 뭐 두 분께서도 투표를 하셨나요?
네, 지금 1위를 달리고 있더라고요.
아, 그래요?
저도 같은 영웅을
역시 네. 두 분의 또
I don't think the ranks are revealed. I could be wrong.
랭킹을 공개를
Oh, midway rankings already revealed. Got you.
상황에서
10 days of voting left. Let's see who wins, yeah? And it's Luna. Y'all are gooters. You know that? Okay, Luna won.
신월의 누나가
And Arunka with Hwaya being second, third. It's probably gonna be Luna, bro.
신월의 누나에 이어서 조장 아른카까지. 3위는 방관자 화영이네요. 두 분은 그러면 신월의 누나를 고르신 겁니까?
저는 신월의 누나 아유.
New waifu,
신월의 누나요?
new moon. Aha.
신월의 누나. 좋습니다.
Oh, did he just reveal the potential skin for her? Like the new skin's name is New Wife Luna, and is Luna in a wedding gown? I like where your brain's at. I like it.
워낙 좋아하셨나 보네요, 확실히.
신월의 누나 작년에 출시된 캐릭터인데 저희
Fair enough.
됐으면 받아보실 수 있다고 합니다. 그러니까 뭔가 내거야 챔피언십에 대해서 이야기를 해보겠습니다. 오늘 쇼케이스에 이어서 끝나고 나면 본선 1차
Day 1 of tournament stages will be live streamed.
이번 결승전은 작년기로 진출한 뉴페이스까지 엄청 진출하면서 이 본선 진출부터 페이스펌프, 샤오슈에나이 이런 선수들 화끈한 경기로 진출한 뉴페이스까지 엄청 진출하면서 이 본선 진출자 8인에 대한 이 관심도가
That should be it, right? I think. These are the special events. Ooh, it looks pretty sick.
있는 굿즈를 모두 특전으로 제공해드립니다.
아쉬워하잖아요. 결승전 마지막에 이번 조추첨식 때 크레이트 파텐 님이 실시간으로 현장 리포트를 진행할 예정입니다. 이번에는 또 은빛의 화영, 아람까지 총 5분의 신규 코스프레를 만나실 수가 있습니다. 약간 영화면 외에도 영안의 셀린, 알렌시아 등 인기 있었던 기존
Cosplays as well. Ooh.
이번에 챔스 서버별 워낙 또 팬서비스가 또 되게 좋은 선수이기 때문에 그런데 이게 보셔서 아시겠지만 작년 우승자였던 하자마리 선수가 안타깝게 이 선에서 마지막 발주를 못했어요. 는 반면에 1년에 한 번밖에 못하잖아요. 좀 아쉽다는 소리가
대에서 진행을 할 예정을 가지고 있습니다.
Expand eSound esports. Okay.
사실 부담 뒤에서 체크를 같이 하고 있습니다. 네, 그럼에도 불구하고 좀 많이 부담을 느끼는 게 사실인데 더군다나 상금은 최상위권에 집중이 되어 있고 그리고 배지와 뭐 프로필 카드를 저희가
Oh, there's one more event. Let's see this.
인정을 해드리는데
통해 공개적으로는 얼굴을 공개하지
New online event players will need to reveal what?
보상을 드릴 수 있도록 동기 부여를
Okay.
방안으로 고민 중에 있습니다. 방식 역시
Consider a format based on World Arena season rankings. So players who play Arena constantly can earn results. Results. By hosting more frequent online tournaments that anyone can join easily. Expand player pool, regular World Arena seasons, and balance patches.
다양한 메타를
Showcase a variety of meta to viewers.
그리고 상위권 유저 선수들이
Copying the teams used by top ranking players. Simply watch the current meta in action.
월드 아레나에 대한 진입 장벽을 조금 낮출 수
Okay.
있다고 생각하고 있습니다. 물론 중간중간마다 루나틱 매치를 통해 최상위 선수들을 발굴하고
어찌 보면
We can't let this stagnate.
오늘 처음 공개되는 소식이잖아요. 이 7WC 20
Special event this year. There's another special event this year. On par with the finals. What is it?
최초로
First ever orchestral performance. Oh, this is similar to what Wuwa has done, I think. Right? Starro does it too. Orchestral tournament for E7, huh? They're increasing their budget, let me tell some. Who the hell is the guy on the left? Is that Vildred? That looks nothing like Vildred with a hairdo. Oh, that's Angelica. We got Mercedes, Roz, Kraut, Assyria, looking wonderful. Okay. Here we go. There's the orchestral. So this will happen like not now yet, obviously. It says 14th of September here. Got you. Orchestral will be streamed live. All right. You can obtain. Wait. During the live stream, we'll be giving out special coupons. So you don't want to miss the live stream for this, chat. You can get a level 88 baton. This is a weapon. And receive a profile card and background. Yep, so we definitely want to not miss this one. August 19, mark your calendars. It's in 3 days. Oh, the tickets will go on sale. Do I have to buy it if I'm going online? Okay, it should be just a live. If you're online, it should be free. Okay. What? Special collaboration in Korea. We got Epic 7 and Emart 24, I guess, which I cannot be a part of. Oh my god, they look gorgeous. Collab! Oh shit. Are they talking about collab? Consider collaborations important. We're preparing. They're saying we're preparing. When the time is right, we'll share the details. Let's be a little bit more patient. Hang in there. Brings us to a close, wrapping up today's showcase. But we're not done yet. Showcase gift. There's a lot of gift apparently. Alright. It's gonna be a speed 20 health necklace for free? We get a 20 speed for free? Hey, dude, this is big for my Luna, yo. Is it what we're getting or is it what he wants? Alright, it's actually what we're getting. Short on Molagora. 100 Molagoras. Okay. Refresh our reputation. Okay. I approved it myself, Labao. Yep. So now it's 100. That's crazy. Oh, there's more. Lady of the Scales will be released. Lady of the Scales imprint requires special materials. I'm guessing heirs will need plenty of gold transmit stones, so we're getting 77 to buy Lady of the Scales. So the new Mercedes has free imprints, basically. That's confirmed. The new Mercedes have free imprint. You can buy via gold transmits. Interesting. So Mercedes might actually be free. Who knows? Nah, probably not though. 20 speed health necklace, 100 molas, and 77 gold transfers. Which just buy off the SSS imprint for Lady of the Scales, or for Moonlight Summons if you want to. But why would you do that? Still the 7th anniversary. That's unheard of. There's more? There's more? Okay. Yep, exactly. I like how candid this is. I don't know if this is an act. If this is candid, fucking fire.
지금 또 떠오르는 게 있기는 한데 사실 뭐 제가 컨펌을 받은 것도 아니어서 말씀드리기가 조심스럽긴 합니다만 뭐 지르고 컨펌 받으면 되니까요. 네. 5강 5성 소환권.
A 5-star Moonlight Summon ticket. This is not approved yet though. This ticket is not approved yet, but come on, ticket, it's like, I'm pretty sure it will be approved. Okay, that should be all.
단장, 속도 20 챔퍼
I wonder how the cutoff would be. This 5-star ticket, right? I feel like tickets not even that big anymore. I won't lie, even because there's so many in this game that giving one ticket's not gonna break like the game.
자작가요? 메일할까 이거?
7주년 쇼케이스.
계승자분들을 위해서 사실은
So this is like a valid reward.
고민을 해온 것 같습니다. 그래서 그동안에 어떤 유저분들이
There's been criticism of players in the past.
새로운 시작으로
We've also prepared these gifts as a way of saying, thank you, let's start a new journey together. So I hope Airs can be more understanding.
많이 응원해 주시고
Send our love and support for E7.
네, 맞습니다.
표정이 그렇게 좋진 않으시네.
아닙니다. 행복합니다.
알겠습니다. 그리고 인게임에서
We can earn tons of rewards, okay.
많은 보상을 또 획득하실 수 있다고
Special cake event, we get free rewards as well. They'll do their best. Oh, it's a coupon.
하단 자막으로도 정리 말씀이 없으시죠?
해보겠습니다.
지금 말씀드린 보상들은
Rewards you mentioned should be entering in the subtitles right now. So Epic 7 thank you Airs. Let me get rid of my face cam. This is the redeem code right here. You have to actually type it in and you can get it right away. Wow. Oh, the ticket too. The summon ticket too. Okay. Epic 7 thank you Airs. Got you.
코드를 입력하시면 바로 획득하실 수가 있습니다.
Let me actually write it down.
정말 좋아해 주셨으면 좋겠고요. 여러분들 채팅, 댓글, 여러분들께서 고민했던 이 에픽세븐 팀 모두에게 응원을 한번 보내주시면 더 노력하는 세븐이 되겠습니다. 자, 그러면 이제 슬슬 정말 마무리를 해야 될 시간인데요. 두 분 오늘 나오신 소감을 한번 들어보겠습니다.
네, 앞서
오.
말씀드린 것처럼 7주년은 에픽세븐이 10년을
get
넘어서
that.
20년의
Bam.
변화의 시작점이라고 생각하고요. 저 또한 에픽세븐의 시작부터 함께 지켜봐온 한
They're saying they're working towards 20 years of service. Are you crazy?
분들께
But alright.
해주세요. 네.
네, 제가 오늘 저희가 고민하고
오랜 시간 아마 저희 생각에는 한식 혹시 스마일게이트에 들어올 때만 하더라도
They're talking about old times now.
개인적으로도 정말
Okay.
남다른
잘 준비하겠습니다. 그리고 에픽세븐은 계승자 여러분의 플레이 시간의 유연성을 확보하기 위해 신규 콘텐츠를 에픽세븐은 그동안 PVE 콘텐츠에 있어서는 하는 게임 플레이는 장비의 기준으로 사용할 수 있도록 속성을 집중하겠습니다. 같은 명예 시스템
I have to skip forward because this video's been too long.
계승자
Alright.
놀이터로 만들겠습니다.
You can look forward to the Acolyte raid.
PVE 콘텐츠
Okay. The masterpiece plan for PvE, I see.
역시 많은 기대 부탁드립니다.
That captures the very essence of E7's battle system. PvP content which has been enjoyed will be improved to be more fun and engaging. Masterpiece plan for PvP. We're introducing a real-time minor tournament system. Details are not finalized. Okay.
방향성을 공유드리는 차원에서 간단히 소개해드리겠습니다.
Minor tournaments will be a weekly real-time PvP mode.
정기적으로 진행되는 이 모든
Out regularly open to everybody.
각 티어에서
Matchups decided by a random draw with each league.
최상위 랭크 대회
Isn't just to host top rank competitions, but to air from different countries and leagues experience the feeling of victory.
그리고 수많은 작은
The small wins will lead to naturally towards the grand stage of E7WC. Okay.
WC라는 거대한 목표로 이어지게 만들어 E7WC의
Producing new contenders every year.
E7WC 역시 더욱 많은 관심 속
Alright.
부담스러운 분들이 비교적 가볍게 즐기고 있는 일반 아레나 역시 더욱
They are also fixing Arena to be a more engaging version of a real-time arena. Is that what they say?
아레나가 부담스러운
Improve regular arena to be a lighter alternative world arena.
일반 아레나 역시
Okay.
더욱 흥미를 배가할 수 있는 시스템을
Later this year, they say.
에픽세븐이 턴제
Our goal is to develop E7 to be unrivaled when it comes to turn-based PvP.
개발해 나가겠습니다.
Alright.
지금까지
Story of E7 has been split into character-focused side stories. So story update as well.
그마저 캐릭터 이야기를 다루는 서브 스토리 월퍼사로 다소 시간은 걸리고
It'll take some time. Step by step. Got you.
에픽세븐에는 무려 350명
So many characters in the game.
너무 캐릭터가 많다.
Some of the background concepts don't always blend well. I have no clue. I'm not too savvy with that.
에픽세븐의 모든 영웅이
It's not easy to ensure every hero is remembered and spotlighted. Obviously, it's hard because who remembers like E-Dot?
결국 모든 콘텐츠의 퀄리티를 향상시키는 가장 빠른 길이라 생각합니다. 우선 각 챕터별 혹은 테마별 캐릭터 시즌
Season marks the characters by chapter. Okay, so it's easier to remember. Stuff like that. Got you.
에피소드를 기준으로 할 때 최소 지난 에피소드
Okay.
전용 장비 도입 그리고 PB 시즌 유연하게 제공하겠습니다. 그 외에도 꾸준한
We'll bring
밸런스
balance updates.
그리고 PB 콘텐츠
Expand PV content, existing character, new roles. Okay. Ensuring to get their time in the spotlight again. If you want us to use more of the older characters, you want to give us more resources to build them as well.
하는 것이
So I hope you remember that one, right?
그 개발의
Thank you for support, all that. And then... Oh, they have a song. Damn. This is actually nostalgic. This feels nostalgic, at least. 7 years, huh? Yeah, it's from all the teams as well. Alright, I feel like this would be playing an orchestra and whatnot, so let's not play it. It's been 2 hours, so... Yeah, after this, they have the chat. And then right into EWC, right? Okay. So, I'd love to watch the whole thing, but it's still live right now. If you want to watch it, right? In any case, here's like all the coupons, whatnot, right? I need to go. I need to go. It's been too long. I haven't had breakfast. It's 4 p.m. So overall, let's talk about it. Overall, what do we think? I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. They made promises. They haven't done it yet. So let's wait for when they're done it. That is a 10 out of 10. Because they acknowledge a lot of the issues. Some of the issues they haven't acknowledged. Some of the issues they acknowledged and then had like a pretty bizarre plan, in my opinion. Because especially with the loadout thing, they have a gear revert system. Just make it a loadout system, in my opinion. They say balance, they're going to improve it. And I have to see you improving it first. Because I feel like nerf is a need. And you already mentioned as well, if a character is too much of an issue for all the heirs, no one likes the character, you would nerf it like a Hua-Yang. But, well, we have seen multiple characters, one exceptionally so, that is basically at that level of annoyance for everybody. No one likes them. Let's see if they nerf it. Balance, in terms of buffing, they're going to buff very low usage rate characters. Let's see if they do them. But if they do them all, 10 out of 10. If they don't do them all, if it takes forever to do, 7.5 out of 10. Pretty much that amount. Like, I have to see them work it first. Because I feel like, you know, I don't want to overpraise anymore. Given, like, come on. You know the issue is there for so long. I cannot give you too much credit for just saying you're going to change. Because we've already mentioned these issues for way too long. So, still a good one. You prepared rewards. You've, mentioned your issues very directly and transparently. I think that's a good start. So, yeah, new characters, that's hype. New story, that's hype. New events, new everything, that's all of it's hype. So, 7.5 out of 10 for me. Not much to, like, really dive in and nitpick, I think. It's overall decent. Has its own issues. Let's not, like, jump ahead of the gun. But overall, I find it pretty okay. Pretty okay. That's my take. And let me know what your take is. And yeah, maybe it's time to make a grand return to E7, huh? Looking for an editor. Myself. Hit me on Discord. My ID is GodDogos. GODDOGGOS. Yep. And then, yeah, we might be returning with some more E7 content. Maybe we'll post a lot more videos. So we'll see as the time go by. But for now, that'll be all. We'll cover a lot of the new characters for sure as they get released. And that'll be all. Take care.